Actually wiped Lamannia, that's crazy. I admittedly was not expecting that. I really didn't expect them to wipe Lamannia. Damn, it's actually unlucky. My own stream. Like this. Be looking at Lamannia today. You might hear my key clicks a little bit louder than usual. This is because I'm using a slightly different keyboard, because my last keyboard was driving me insane. So I'm using the backup keyboard today, which I should have a more efficient way of plugging and unplugging. I don't. I just have to reach behind. Yes, you're gonna hear the clickety clackety. Does it actually come through the mic? I assume it comes through the mic. See a test here. Oh yeah, dude, you can hear that clickety clackety. Oh yeah. Some people like the clicks, where like when it comes through, because it feels like you're watching a gamer streaming a game. I kind of go back and forth. I think it's also one of those things that it really depends on the type of thing that you're watching, or like if somebody's playing a game that was, I don't know, we have a typing game, so all you're hearing is key clicks constantly. But I think that when it comes through during like regular gameplay, I don't think it's that egregious, especially considering you're not like mashing keys. Like, how often are you mashing keys when you're playing? I'm trying to think of what games I mash on my keyboard. On a controller, like that's like I'll mash on a lot of like fighting games. Give me a Super Smash Bros. I'm gonna be mashing, but I can't think of like, a lot of games where I like mash keys on PC. Sometimes MMOs, when like you need an ability to go off, so like if you're doing PvP, you get stunned, you need to get your stun break as quick as possible, so you just mash it. In fact, there's something that's really funny in so in the video game Lord of the Rings Online, some characters will have moves that they're called immediate skills, and no matter what your character is doing, you can always activate an immediate skill and it will cancel whatever you were doing before. What's funny about those is because they are immediate, if you mash fast enough, you can interrupt an immediate skill with itself because it wouldn't have gone on cooldown yet. So you press the button to activate the skill, then you press the button again before the skill fully activates and goes on cooldown, causing you to cancel out the first activation. But by the time you cancel the activation, your skill's on cooldown, so nothing happens. So there's several buttons in Lord of the Rings Online that if you accidentally mash them, like you press them twice, nothing happens because you cancel your own activation because of the way the programming works, which is kind of funny, you know? Anyways, what's up, everybody? Yeah, it's like, as long as you don't panic, it's fine, but some people do the panic mash, you know? I should be on camera. Whoa, oh, I should be on camera like I'm on camera, not like the corner of the room is on camera. Whoa. It's not the same thing over there that's like secret, it's just a corner, it's nothing exciting. What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome. I am your host, Shrimp Tom. Today we're looking at Lamannia. I don't have anything here. Because there's brand new stuff. Let me see if I can pull it up, actually. There's some new stuff to actually take a gander at, both in-game and also stuff that's just like being discussed on the actual forum. So we're going to be looking at Lamannia today, so it should be a good time. What's up, Zedalok? How you doing? Some of the changes are kind of weird in-game. I don't know if any of the actual stuff has been updated with Duergar, so I'm going to make one real quick. Duergar fighter. Get it going. Wait, make a Duergar fighter. Duergar begin their journey in the Forgotten Realms. Sick. I posted my video where I reviewed the Duergar. I was drunk when I made it because on Thursday I was celebrating my birthday. My birthday was actually yesterday, but I was celebrating my birthday on Thursday of last week. Just how timing worked out. And I was pretty drunk, but I wanted to get a video out before Lamannia went down. And I knew I wasn't going to have time on Friday because Path of Exile and I'd be hungover, so I wasn't going to do it. So after midnight, while I was drinking, I decided to... Oh, what's this? Oh, is that for me to test? Oh, here. Let's see. I'll give you the video. What the hell? It's so soft and squishy. Still dry. There's like, yeah, it's like a dryness to it, yeah. It's not bad. It's tasty. It's just dry. It's like grainy. Welcome to the stream team. JBD, appreciate the word. Being a fantastic day. Today my girlfriend is trying to make cake pops for the first time. And so she asked me to taste test her first attempt at cake pop. It's a little dry and grainy, which maybe is better for some people. But the cake pops that I've had are the ones that are like really dense and they got that moisture. Anyways, as I was saying, I made the Duergar video and I did it while I was drinking. And then I didn't know. So the audio balance is like terrible because I wasn't speaking close enough into the microphone. And so the audio of the game like overtook me a couple places, which is fantastic. Because I had the mic like down here and I was just regularly talking when the mic needs to be up here. So that was fun. Anyways, I ended up just briefly going over the characters, and then I had to make the thumbnail, which I also did while drunk. And so the first thought that came into my mind is like, oh, well, they're making Dwarf 2. So that was why the thumbnail was Dwarf 2. And then I saw some people that were upset in the comment section when I woke up the next morning that the Duergar get tattoos and jewelry. And I was like, but they look so sick, dude. They look so sick. What do you mean? I'm not upset about this. That looks great. Also, what's up, Chris? How you doing? How we doing? How are you doing? More chai. I agree. How are you? Hello, everybody. Yeah, dude. They're like, the hair is sick. The tattoos are sick. I kind of love like the tattoos. I think they look great. I assumed it was like kind of like that, like Norse inspiration is what I think about. Like it makes me think of kind of like the new God of War and all that. Curious on the thoughts. Yeah, we'll take a quick gander about what's actually changed. I just want to get in game here, see if there's any pictures. But yeah, so this is gonna be get in game here. Yeah, we got get in gamer. Just wanna take a look, and we're gonna look at what's actually on the preview notes there. Do we have art? No, we don't have art. We got stubs. So as far as I know, nothing really changed for base Duergar. For the most part, it's pretty much the same. Is it the same? 5. Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same stuff. But yeah, I died of traps in the catacombs like 12 times. Yeah, that's gonna happen. You're gonna die due to Death House, unfortunately. I'll give you my thoughts in just a second here. Oh, right, I can't tumble. I'm also using a different keyboard today, so if you hear the keyboard clicks, there's nothing I can do about that because I needed to get a different keyboard. It is what it is. No, I want to be somewhere where there's music. Oh my gosh. I just want to have like background music. Yes. Who cares?
I'm a rogue.
No, oh my god, just make me something, please.
It's not Lifehouse.
It's true. That ain't Lifehouse. Also, how are we doing? Welcome back to the stream team for 81 months. Appreciate the support. It's been a fantastic day. Thank you so much for tuning in. What's up? But yes, also true. It ain't Lifehouse. They call it Death House for a reason. That hallway with the spike traps, by the way, go to any of the solo guided playthroughs I have for level 12, and I will show you how to get through that hallway without taking any damage from any of the traps, because I am very good at getting through that without dealing with any of the traps. There's like several paths you can take that make it so you take no damage. Also, what's up, Neutral Agent? How you doing? Love the love that emote. It's excellent. All right, need a tavern. We need a tavern, so we can have some tavern music. What's up, Ikorum? How are you doing? What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's great. I love it. Today, this is Lamannia, so we're looking at the previews. So this is the new stuff that's not in the game yet, but it will be coming very, very soon. So I want to get some background music. Squealing like a maniac. Yeah, but the problem with the fresh breaks is that sometimes they squeal in the rain. So when it's raining outside, sometimes you get that squeal. you got to be mindful about that. Okay, so babooey. They nerfed the Duergar in large height. That's kind of a bummer. Did they? Oh, let's find out. Enlarge. Whomp. Nope, that looks the same to me. I'm still taller than literally everybody by like over a foot. So I don't think they nerfed the height. I'm going to be honest with you. My guy is huge. So it's possible they could have nerfed it, but that does not look like a nerf to me. Okay. So let's take a gander. Oh. Yeah. It's like half of size, someone was telling me, but they might have been wrong. It's not half the size. Or it's that you're big. They're very big. All right, so we're gonna look at some of the new changes on Lamannia. So this is all of the changes. Now, unfortunately, I did a quick read over, and some things that have been changed are not actually marked here. So we're going to be going through this and kind of taking a quick gander on kind of what has actually been changed. We're going to start with the most important things on people's mind, which is, of course, the Duergar and the Mind Cleaver. So with the Duergar, they said there's no major changes, but they fixed the size bonuses because the bonuses weren't typed in properly. They clarified some of the text. They made simple thrown weapon expertise actually work because it wasn't working, and multitude of missiles wasn't working. I'm glad people tested this stuff and found that it wasn't working, because it'd be really disappointing if you want to make your simple thrown weapon alchemist Duergar throwing axe build and then it didn't work because the game didn't actually properly calculate stuff. So catching this ahead of time is great. Kensei Focus acts. Also, by the way, we get 2 Lamannias back to back. This makes me think this shit is coming out in like a week. Because it's very rare we get 2 weeks of Lamannia, and we almost never get 3 Lamannias. So this makes me think it's coming out very soon, but maybe not. Maybe they just want to get early feedback. I don't know, but 2 weeks of Lamannia back to back is surprising. So yeah, it's supposed to be the same height as Half Orc. Yeah, it seems about right. Again, I don't notice any difference between last week. But yeah, anyways, Battalion Brews functioning. Kensei Focus is now working. So this is just a bunch of things. They're now dwarves. They don't cost mana anymore. They did cost mana for some reason, so now they don't. They work. Oh, reduce the size of a large self slightly to better match half-orc scale. I also like them being mega huge, but it's causing some visual bugs that would have not been good for the user experience. So there you go. They did, in fact, make it smaller. For me, I didn't notice that much. I did use the enlarge a few times, but I was mostly for like futzing about in town. So if the animations were wrong or something was different, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got here, was that it was just fun to stare at. And then fix a spot in the new level 1 Forgotten Realms starting area. There was a stuck spot. I didn't even notice. Okay, so stuff that they talked about and they didn't change, or people asked for. The new +1 competence bonus to critical threat range to certain weapons in Dwarven Pick and Hammer training should be +1 racial bonus instead. My opinion on this is that I like when the ability to use a weapon or tool effectively is made generic, that anyone can do it and not be locked to a single character. It's the reason why I'm not a big fan of Sylvanas being the only way to play Mauls and then being locked to playing iconic characters. I don't like that, because it means if you want to use a Maul, but say you want to play a dwarf Maul character, it's just a bad idea and it's just not fun. And so I personally like it when the stuff isn't locked. So having it be a competence bonus means that it's an option you can build into should you want to do something wacky and weird with your character. If it's a racial bonus, then it's the best option, which means everything else is now inferior. And I don't love that sort of design. Now, the argument against this is that, well, everything needs to be special in some way, and you got to have some things be better than others. My personal opinion is if they did want to add a special type of new bonus, like a racial bonus or a morale bonus or something, I'd rather see that as a feat. Literally call it Deep Rock Minor or something, and then make a +1 bonus on a feat. Don't do it in a race tree. Also, what's up, Rachel? How you doing? Anyway, that's my thoughts. What did they say? We did discuss this as an option within the team. They did discuss it, but ultimately the goal of this edition is to broaden build viability, not necessarily to push up builds that are already doing well further. I don't know. Warhammer is powerful. Pick is not. So I don't see... I mean, it's not like you can't play a good Warhammer build, so let's keep going. There are quite a few ways to build characters where this competence bonus either doesn't already exist or getting it through the dwarf tree instead of elsewhere opens up options, and we're comfortable with that being the niche it fills. Yeah, sure, that's fine. And then the cores are too weak. Maybe they're like the dwarven cores, but split between HP and SP. My only recommendation here is just make them bigger. Just make it so the first one is 5 and 6 mana, and then 10 and 12 mana, and then 15 and 18 mana. So it gives you a total of, it's like 30 health and 36 mana. I think that's fine. It's not insane, but it's just scales. Again, you just can't compare the Duergar to Dampier. Dampier literally quadruples in power in the cores, and Duergar doesn't. So yeah. The Duergar should have spell resistance. Current and historic sources for the playable and a lot of non-playable Duergar do not have spell resistance. We're unlikely to add it as a result. Do Duergar not have spell resistance in 3.5? I'm Googling it. Oh, it's in the SRD. We have the SRD here. The SRD says no spell resistance. In the 3.5 SRD, they do not have spell resistance. They got enlarged, they got invisibility. They got a whole bunch of stuff, but they don't have spell resistance. Here, we'll take a look. This is the SRD, so this is the most simplified thing. We got spell-like abilities. We got Duergar traits. We got Duergars as characters. They get stone cutting. They get stability. They get a bunch of stuff. But there's no spell resistance. So I'm gonna be honest. It's in the SRD. So, and I implicitly trust the SRD.
Completed. Good morning.
Also, Greg Lior, welcome back to the stream team for 36 months. Appreciate the support. We're doing well. That's 3 years, 3 calendar years. You've been hanging out with me while I've been wrong about most things. So thank you so much for your continued support. And I hope I don't continue to bamboozle you too much in the future. Anyways, why did you remove the throw your weight around from Duergar? And in looking for specific niches of Duergar and Dwarf, we wanted to make sure there were still strong reasons to play the original Dwarf. For that reason, we've decided to leave Throw Your Weight Around as exclusive to Dwarf. So Throw Your Weight Around is the thing that lets you use Constitution to damage with certain weapon types if you wish. This ability is not good because hit chance is not more important. It's more important than damage generally, because if you don't hit, you don't do nearly as much damage. And that is a bit of a big issue. So in my personal opinion, I think that if you have this ability to get con to damage and your con is higher, you're probably going to be missing too often for the damage to really matter. So it's one of those niche things. It's kind of a noob trap. So I don't like that either. Or it's the worst part about this is it's not a noob trap. If there's a situation where you can get your hit chance high enough where Constitution can be your main stat for damage, then you just have more health. And that's where you get, you know, fighters with 8,000 hit points who are not tanks maxing out their con. So it's a weird place to be. Can you add con to hit? This is one we discussed. While it may be an option someday, it is not one we're moving forward with in update 80. They talked about it. Interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Again, the main worry I have is that being able to single stack con, like if you're a fighter, all the fighter abilities use maximum, like whatever your highest stat is. If you could be a pure Constitution hit and damage fighter, that's a 1 stat character. No strength, no dex, no int, no charisma, no wisdom, just con. That'd be wild. Yeah. Can you add a whole other race granted tree to the Duergar elf like or dwarf Duergar like elf has for Arcane Archer? What would they get? The closest thing you would get would probably be like Stalwart Defender, because dwarves have Dwarven Defender in 3.5. So maybe they would get access to a tree like that. But I don't even know what Duergar or Dwarf would use. Also, I don't think Duergars have Dwarven Defenders. I think it's a Dwarf thing, not a Duergar thing, because Dwarves and Duergar are not the same. So that's actually a great question. I don't know. Anyway, their answer is doing that requires doing a bunch of work, and we don't have the ability to just pop it in the game. Which makes sense. Learning about how some of the stuff works behind the scenes, where like if they want to add something to a tree, it's like the same thing with the archetypes. If they wanted to copy one thing from another, it's not like they just copy and paste the tree. They have to basically rebuild the tree from the ground up and then rehook up everything. And it also has to function. Like many of you remember Dragonlore when it first came out, it has Ravager, which is cool, but it's distinctly not Barbarian Ravager. all the stuff that reference rage has been changed to something else. All the abilities that use rage or are barbarian adjacent use something else, and they're actually fundamentally different trees with different stats. So yeah, you check the SRD, but what about the ASTM, American Society for Testing Materials Codebooks? True, I didn't check the MSDS either, so we'll see. Is it possible within the game engine to make it so only the player who is enlarged/reduced is only visible to themselves? They appear normal, dwarf size to all of the players. They probably have the tech to do that. But like, if you can't be a Duergar and be big or small, then what's the point? It's sort of like people have asked in like a lot of games, like, hey, is there an option for me to be able to turn off other people's like paid cosmetics when I'm playing, because the paid cosmetics get in the way, or they're distracting, or they take away from the immersion, or what have you. And the argument against that is, number one, those people paid for it, so they want to be able to show it off. And like, that's literally the whole reason why you have things that are cosmetic in a multiplayer game. Like, if you could just turn off other people's cosmetics, what are we doing? And this extends even to games where you don't buy cosmetics, which I'm going to largely point in DDO. Outside of the supporter packs and the expansion releases, most of the store cosmetics look like garbage. Just because they're aged or they weren't ambitious enough. A lot of the store cosmetics in the early DDO store are just like pieces of armor that look kind of nice, but they don't really fit a specific aesthetic. They're not themed, which is the big difference between the supporter packs, which are heavily themed armor pieces that really give you an idea, and they scream like the new Raven one that comes out, where it's got this like Raven outfit, and it just you know, gives you this immediate Corvid aesthetic, and it puts you in a direction. Whereas if I go in game here and I go and load up any of the cosmetics, they just look like they're fine. They're just armor. They don't have a feeling. Load. Where is this? Cosmetics, cosmetic gear. Yeah, give me a medium armor, heavy armor, sure. Like, here we go. Blue Bull heavy armor with Stark Weiris. If I slap this bad boy on here, it's like, it's fine. It's not a terrible looking piece of armor, but it's got like no theme to it. It's also like obviously a little bit older, so it doesn't have the same high fidelity. But yeah, there's like nothing special. Not even like yeah, there's just no theme. It's just armor that was created so that people could buy it in the store, and not created because they wanted to have a cohesive outfit or what have you. Again, another similar thing would be like how each expansion comes with a themed outfit that has a whole story behind it. So if you do, like, Ravenloft has the old Vistani or the Vampire Hunter set, you look like a Vampire Hunter. That's the goal. What do I look like here? I look like a guy wearing generic armor. I am Hammerman. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't like the idea of turning off people's cosmetics regardless. Elven Swans' basic Eldritch Blast ability, but spec for different damage. Yeah, I can see something like that. Anyways, other than that, I don't think anything has changed in here. I didn't do too quick of a look, but we're going to double check. Some of this is odd. It is here to open up interesting synergy with vile chemistry. No, this is wrong. And this is what bothers me when the developers don't understand their own video game, okay? Forge Apprentice, which makes hand axes, light picks, light hammers, throwing axes, and throwing hammers treated as simple weapons, is not here to open up interesting synergy for the vile chemistry, which is what they think, but they're wrong. This is here so that we can finally play Throw Barbarian, just like Diablo 2, with throwing axes and throwing hammers. That is why it is here. Someday they will learn this. Someday the developers will understand the importance of Throw Barb and the annals of the history of video gaming culture and why it's important to have Throw Barbs be a thing. And someday they will see. They will understand. Someday. So there's that. Anything else has changed? Is this still dodge? Max dodge and max dodge. God, getting 6 max dodge or 6 points in the tree is going to be real crazy. That's honestly madness. Like, just for such a small investment, you get +6 to your max dodge with the when you reduce. My God. And then Deep Magic Multi-Selector. Oh, it's Transmutation or Conjuration now. Okay. I don't hate this. And Underdark Knowledge. While a lot of the Duergar leans martial, our base races tend to be a little bit broader than just one. Duergar do interact with poisons. They do. They do interact with poisons all the time. And I remember that's like one of the annoying parts of playing as a stupid ass Duergar in Baldur's Gate, is the stupid poisons. But yeah, so that is, and then they also made the same adjustments into Dwarf as well. So overall, They kind of gave some reasons as to why they decided to change individual things. Again, actually looking at the whoa, what? Oh, the serving wench was in the way. Yeah, currently it's not in game. It's just transmutation, but it looks like they're gonna be changing it. So deep magic transmutation or deep magic conjuration, which is kind of nice. I think it's good because transmutation is almost exclusively a bad spell school. In fact, what's a good transmutation spell? Mass Frog. That's one. Ice Flowers. That's two. Regular Frog. Okay, that's three. Is Flash Freeze transmutation? Flesh Stone's not a good spell. I said good spells. Hey, this we're not, the level cap is not 14, and we're not using Flesh to Stone on the Giants and Giant Hold, okay? That is not what we're doing here. Flesh to Gold. I believe, yeah, Flesh to Gold is transmutation. But I think it's Flash Freeze Conjuration. I think Flash Freeze is Conjuration, but I'm gonna double check because that's like the best Alchemist crowd control spell. Alchemist. I can do this on screen. No. Because and also Glue Bomb. Glue Bomb is transmutation. Another incredible spell. If you haven't used Glue Bomb, it's good even to the end game. Flash Freeze Yellow. It is also transmutation. All right, so you know there's some good ones. So if you're playing an Alchemist, it's fine. But that's about it. But still, I think it's good to have other things. So excited to see that that's been changed. Other than that, I will be honest, my personal opinion is I think that Duergar is a perfectly fine tree. I never thought it was going to be the best tree ever. I never thought it was going to be overpowered or the new hit thing that everybody wants to play. It's basically like, do you want to play a Duergar with sick tattoos, sick haircut, way better looking beards? I'm super jealous of the fact that the dwarves aren't getting these new beards. And some cool synergies. You can. People just want to be able to play different types of dwarves, and having more dwarves in the game doesn't seem like an entirely bad thing. Now, I do not have the same opinion about the iconic Duergar Mind Cleaver. I had one complaint about Mind Cleaver. Let's see if it got adjusted. Only one, but we'll see. Deadly Weapon's a good transmutation spell. It is actually, yeah. All right, so what did they change? Weapon and size lines and the Duergar and Mind Cleaver trees now have proper prerequisites. Duergar Mind Cleaver cores 2 and 4 have con. Do they have int? Shouldn't it be int and strength and not con? I don't know. Same bonuses. Fixed rank 3 of Duergar's Mind Cleaver grade weapon aptitude to be 20%. Good. Summon Mind Cleaver axes now allow you to use either strength or intelligence. That's it. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. One of the problems with the summoned weapons is that they were int only, which since it's an int or strength race, and like there's a lot of strength synergies within Duergar Mind Cleaver, it made no sense that the summoned axes couldn't be used with strength. And so now you can use strength or intelligence, which is just perfect. It means that no matter what way you want to build your Mind Cleaver, it's going to work. Because if you want to get Dex or you want to do something else, like so let's say you want to use Dex, well, you can just use Monk, which can be centered while using these, and all of a sudden you can just use Dex because monks get to use Dex regardless. So you got a lot of options. I think it's cool. Simple Throne, blah, 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 blah. Talking to Elminster in the iconic starting area as Chaos Minster no longer offers an illogical question about shadows. Talking to Elminster in the iconic as a Duergar Mind Cleaver no longer lets you skip the tracks and make him think you're a Chaos Mancer. And blah, 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 blah. All right. Questions about the Duergar. There's content. That's still mostly for leveling thing. Yeah, but it's cool. And like I said, if this is indicative of anything, we got Feydark Illusionist with the Feywild expansion, which featured a raid, which came with Esper the Shadowblade, a usable Shadowblade, as well as one of my favorite weapons in the game, the Eidolon of Shadow, a two-handed Shadowblade. All right, can we switch the one level of fighter over to Alchemist or Dragonlord or something else? I wish Dragonlord was a fit. Thematically, it doesn't feel right. And you can't just put Purple Dragon Knight as Dragonlord either, because Purple Dragon Knights use shields, and Dragonlords explicitly don't get shields as a weapon type. They literally don't even get shields. So if you're a Dragonlord, you can't just like slap on a shield and go crazy like that, which is unfortunate. So not at this time, no. There's some technical and logistical difficulties standing in the way of us doing Iconics with non-free-to-play classes, Yes, even though we did one with Chaosmancer. These won't be resolved for U80, but maybe sometime in the future, no ETA. Additionally, the class linked to the iconic goes through an approvals process, and we are past the point we can change it at this time. That means Wizards of the Coast. Guys, are you upset about the Dragon Lord or like the fighter? It's Wizards' fault. That's right. It is Wizards' fault. I'm just saying, here's the thing. If you don't like it, just publicly post that you don't like it, and then the Pinkertons will show up at your house. So figure that out. If you're going to feature summoned axes, can you at least overhaul the entire sentient system to not rely so hard on the weapons first? I do like this question. I think it is a good question to ask. However, if you're going to do this, can you at least overhaul the entire system? Like asking like this is a small feature is a really fun way of wording that question. I think there's probably some people that ask that question in exactly that way, but to also put it here is very funny. Can you at least rework this entire thing? There's a Dragons game rooting the world. That's correct. Yeah. Whenever your matters upset, but no longer matters. Yep, exactly. Anyway, no. Things might change about the sentient system in the future. Again, no timeline or promises. Promise confirmed. They are changing sentient system. I gotta put that in the thumbnail. Sentient change coming in the future, guaranteed, confirmed. For now, it is what it is. C'est la vie. Conjured axes are there for those just starting out, or doing heroic play with iconics, or in whatever pinch you might find yourself in where it may be useful. For everything else, that's the exact reason we made Empower the Mind. So you can get a modest boost to whatever other weapon you might be using, and make your weapons look visually interesting to match the tree's concept. That's the point. And that's basically it. For those that don't know, when you are a Duergar Mind Cleaver, you get the Mind weapons, where you can summon 1 Mind Cleaver, 2 Mind Cleavers, or the Fate Arc Illusionist enchant your weapon. That then also makes it force so it's immune to damage. It gives it a +1 bonus. And on top of that, you can use it with stuff like Shattering Mind. So, is it no Perfect Mind Cleavers, where when you hit guys, you can cause them to become shaken, which again has some interesting synergies in other places. You know, I don't know. Does this work if you sunder something? You hit first. Do you apply the shaken debuff before the sunder attempt? I don't know the order of operations in the calcs. Would it be you roll the hit, because you hit, enemy becomes shaken. Now a shaken enemy makes a save and they're at -2 because of the shaken effect? Or would it only be on the second hit? Because this makes it no save. They just get like shaken. I don't know. Because if this does read as -2 on enemy saving throws 100% of the time with weapon attacks, it's not bad. Obviously, you have to take the whole tree, but yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so they're not overhauling the entire sentient weapon system. That being said, I would like to see at some point overhauls to the sentient weapon system. My biggest personal issue with it is that there was a time in DDO where you used to have like a couple different weapons for different purposes. And I know a lot of people didn't like are happy to be away from that system. For example, back in the day, you'd have your adamantine weapon for beating up golems, and then you had your ooze beater, and then you had your silver weapon, you had your cold iron weapon, and you used to have like your golf bag full of different swords that you would pull out for any given occasion. We're not really at that point right now, but I do like the idea of actually having, you know, reasons to use multiple weapons as opposed to just having one. And that's the reason why I actually kind of like the sentient jewel physically being like a thing that is not attached directly to the weapon. The problem is it's a sentient weapon system. So like it's a sentient weapon system, you know, like exactly like The Witcher. I didn't play The Witcher, but I'm assuming you're right. But I did like this idea. I would, in the future, like to see us do something like this again. I'm going to make many of you angry, but this is how I would do it. I would have the sentient slot just be a slot in your inventory. And so that way, that's like the jewel that you're slotting into your weapon or what have you. Maybe it goes into your armor. Maybe it goes into whatever. But it doesn't actually technically go into an item. It has its own slot. So imagine at some point in the future, we would have like all these things, and then there's just a tab instead of like this button here for sentient items. It's actually just a tab, and then this tab is where your sentience lives on your character. So you can change out your gem for the voice, and you would change out the filigrees, and they just stay here, but your weapons are separate from it. The only difference is that this tab is only changeable out of quest. So you can't sentient jewel swap to basically get access to multiple sentient jewel effects. So it would lock you into one in quest. Out of quest, you could change your jewels and do whatever you want, but in quest, it would be locked to one. That's what I would like to see. That being said, some people are like, but no, I like my weapon swapping, and I like being able to use a prowess jewel and the rage one where you get the health, the temp HP, and blood feast and all this. And I get why people want that, so I'm not gonna say that they should listen to me, but that's what I like. I feel like the easiest way to solve the sentient issue is just give it an option to slot a jewel in an artifact, or you slot a jewel in an artifact. Swap through 4 different sentient weapons to get my 600 melee power for 20 seconds. True. Good question. Also, what's up, Druid's Fire? How you doing? And then next, the iconic starts with fighter. It doesn't need Forge Master. You're right, it doesn't. But this isn't the first time we've added an enhancement to an iconic tree that lets you retain certain benefits when you LR out of a starting class, and it won't be the last time either. Mind Cleavers planning to play full fighters can easily not take it. Actually, I want to go a step further, because I think that there actually is a step further here. Some people might not know this, but we're going to take a look at something mildly boring. Races. And Scoundrel. Fun fact about Scoundrel is that Fiendish Arpeggio gives you 18 mana because it costs like 6 mana. And if you decide to LR out of a Bard, you can still use Fiendish Arpeggio because you have 18 mana. Even if you play a Pure Fighter, you can still use this because you've got some mana. Similarly, Fiendish Rebuke. No, Fiendish Rebuke doesn't give you mana. Do you get a mana anywhere else? I think it's it. Yeah, you just get a little bit of mana. But yeah, they just give you a little bit of mana so you can cast the spell. And so some of the stuff might seem silly, like why do they get 18 mana? That's why. That's why they have it. And so it's going to be the kind of the same thing where it gives you the option to take that. Also, and again, people say they don't need Forge Master because they have no vision and they can't imagine the idea of playing a throw fighter. So there's that. Banisher, Vorpal, Paralyzer. Oh god. Get pissed at you? Yeah. Yeah, sentient weapons. This other thing too is sentient weapons don't function the way that sentient weapons do in like pen and paper. In pen and paper, sentient weapons have like an ego and they can make decisions that are not yours and they can control you if they're powerful enough. So in DDO, that's like a non-problem. I'll set up the filigree abundance issue. Yeah, maybe. I think we just need a filigree UI system. But it made less annoying to use. It'd be fine with it going away. Well, I just like the idea of like, let's say you had a couple different weapons you could actually swap between. Like, let's say, hypothetically, in a video game, that you are playing Dungeons & Dragons Online, and you're playing your Kensai fighter, because it's 2022, and you want to try out a new weapon to see if it's going to be better or worse. In the current game, you have to take your weapon, take out all the filigrees, take out the jewel, put it into the new weapon, put it all back in, make sure everything is right, then go to the quest, and then fight the thing to see if it's better or worse. If they just move the sentient stuff out of the weapon, you would just put the other weapon on and then give it a couple swings and see how you feel about it. And somebody might be like, yeah, Stream, you can kind of get the damage. Like, damage is not that hard to calculate. And you're right, damage is not that hard to calculate. But you know what's harder to calculate? Why Ignition feels so good to use. Weapons that have secondary stats that are not damage, again, like Ignition, which is a sword that has a bunch of paralysis and slow effects, it's got a totally different game feel to it. You know, deciding whether you want to go with something more damage oriented or like legendary freeze so you can freeze stuff, and knowing how often the procs are, you have to get out there and use it in the content you want to use it, but you don't have to like switch over 10 sentient filigrees to test out a weapon. That's annoying and dumb. So will they ever change it? I don't know. That'd be nice. Things that are different from the base Duergar in blue. Int. Yes, mind weapons, strength or intelligence modifier. It's kind of cool. And everything else is here. So that's the basic stuff. But now we have more things. Spell DC itemization boosts. What's this? Howdy y'all, with update 80, we're going to be making adjust values to the blah, 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 blah. If you missed it last week, basically, casting spells is hard because monsters have an infinite amount of saving throws at the end game. And there's a couple of reasons for this. One of the reasons is that the numbers have gone up a lot, but the other reason is that the numbers have gone up a lot, but the numbers on spellcasting has not gone up a lot. So they're making some adjustments to increase the numbers. And I'm going to say this is the best way that I can, is that this is a good start to hopefully getting us better contributing stats in the future, because this is not going to be enough. As they say right here, they're basically making it so that the numbers on gear is higher. So before, if you had the best gear in the game, it would be +6 on equipment for, like, let's say you had a single spell focus, +6 necromancy, +3 insightful. We're ignoring the quality for now, but that's what you would have. If you had like a piece of gear that was level 34 from the newest content, it's +6 on your main DC and then 3 insightful to that DC. Now it's going to be +11 and +5, which is a total of 5 or 7 extra DCs here. So it's an extra 7 on there, which is nice. Is that going to make the difference at the end game? For some, but not for many. The main problem with DCs is that it's an all or nothing system where the difference between different monsters' saving throws is so large that it's off of the D20 roll. And what I mean by that is, let's say your DC for a spell is 90 and you go into the Chill of Ravenloft. If you use a 90 fortitude save on an undead have terrible fortitude saves, so you will probably land it on them. But if you have a 90 reflex save, everything is going to be making their saving throw, including the undead. And so because monsters have different numbers, some monsters will have such a vastly different saving throw from one to the next that, sure, maybe one has a save in the 50s, whereas another monster, or even that same monster, will have a different save, so their reflex might be 50, their fortitude is like 90 to 100. And so as a result, some spells just don't work as well, some areas they don't work as well. And on one hand, I kind of like the idea of spells not being omnipresent. I think that's one of the things that is definitely taken away from modern Dungeons & Dragons Online, is that there's not a lot of decision making when it comes to your different types of magic. You gotta just cast your spells that you want to cast wherever you are. The best example I can think of is all of the immunity bypassing spells, Fire Sork or Druid or whatever. You just cast the spells, they just work. It doesn't matter what you're fighting, no brain, just boom, 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 and everything explodes. I don't love that element of it. I actually really enjoy the part about Dungeons & Dragons, about discovering a weakness and finding a way to kind of break through something. However, in pen and paper, this ends up being relatively slow in the sense of, even if you're playing, like, trying to find a weakness, if you decide to play like a sorcerer who focuses on fire magic, there's a lot of fire resistant, fire immune monsters, and most of the time you just go, I'm not very good here. And a lot of the secondary spells you can get are not terribly useful, since a lot of monsters that are resistant or immune to fire are also resistant to a whole bunch of other bullshit. Oh, cool. Well, you know what? I can't use my fire spell, but I could probably use color spray or hold person, which is something you say when you're facing down a fire elemental that ignores those spells as well. So it's a aspirational idea, but I think that in practice it doesn't work out too well. Dungeons & Dragons Online has a better opportunity to do this, but because this is a zero, like there's no tolerance for failure in the DDO system, if you can't beat an enemy because their save is too high, you just don't do anything. And especially if you want to be a fortitude save character, because my god, fortitude saves are the highest. And it is not easy to kind of match up. So if you want to play like an instant killer, like instant kills in theory should be like very costly because you have to invest into it. But like, my god, even if you invest into it, you're still not getting there. So, well, I understand why they haven't hired you on as a consultant already. I don't know. Acknowledge needs to give DCs, and DCs should be restricted on gear. Yeah. Again, I think this is hopefully one step. Anyway, all of this is to say that I don't think the extra +7 is enough. I think it needs to be a bigger number. And the best metric I can use for this is tactics, because tactics has plus, I think it's 16 or 17 right now, and it's the same number. So, you know, you have to hit the same DCs. I feel like players used to match spells with weaknesses of monsters, but now we're too lazy. The problem is less so that now we're too lazy. It's that damage always works. And that's really the bigger issue. It's a game design problem. Damage is always the solution. So I could take the time as a crowd control caster to have a fortitude save crowd control, a reflex crowd control, and a will save crowd control, and matched up to the specific monsters. But either you get mixed packs of monsters, like for example in the quest, what is that quest called? The Just Business in Sharn, where you have the gnolls who have insane will saves and pretty good reflex saves, and then you have the goblins who have gigantic fortitude saves and pretty good reflex saves. So you can't really hit both of them with the same spell types, but they're all kind of standing and corralled together, so you have to do it individually. And the solution to both of those problems is to kill them with damage, which melees can do no problem. I think they wouldn't be angry. They would be angry and they couldn't Zerg. I don't think so. So that's a bit of an issue there in terms of the total design. The second part of this is also new for Preview 2. We're adjusting the bonuses in level 16 and 24 Topaz augments that grant bonuses to spell DCs to further help cut down on type complexity. These augments will now provide a +5 at level 16 and a +6 level 24 equipment bonus to their respective spell schools. So for those of you that don't know what this means, in Giant Hold, there's some augments you can get that give you a stacking bonus to DCs. They're going to remove that stacking bonus. It was an enhancement bonus +2. That's now gone. This has the plus side of now you don't have to worry about getting that bonus. They're reducing the amount of different, as they said, they're trying to cut down on equipment complexity. I personally think we do have too many types of bonuses. So you can hyper-focus a little bit too hard. So you can have like equipment and insight and quality and sacred and profane and I don't know, probably another one that I can think of. Artifact. There's so many bonus types, size and what have you, racial. And I think that all of those bonuses get a little bit overwhelming. So cutting it down is not a bad idea. The problem is that now it's -2. So this +7 is actually +5 at best. And that's assuming you have all of this. So I don't love that. Nobody had the legendary ring. It wasn't in the game anyway. So +7 was not enough in my opinion. And +5 is also not enough. So overall, I think that this change is going to be good for the game because they're literally getting better numbers and it's going to make some of the characters easier to play. But this doesn't solve two fundamental problems with spell DCs. Problem number one is that even if all the gear was good, you have to get the gear to be able to affect monsters with your spells, which is deeply problematic because if you're a spellcaster, let's say an instant killer, and you can't affect enemies with instant kills, then you can't get the gear. Obviously, you work with other people, but getting carried to get the things you need doesn't feel good, and there's no current solution to that sort of problem. And then the second issue is also the inequality between, or like the lack of parity between different types of characters in terms of the amount of DCs that they get, and hybrids. So if I just go to the enhancements here, there's a quick Ganderino. Let's take, I don't know. Let's take Arcane Trickster. Arcane Trickster gets, in Tier 3, Tricks on Tricks, which grants +1 to Illusion Enchantment DCs, which stacks to 4 times for +4 to Illusion and Enchantment. And then they also get Tricky Business for +2 to Illusion Enchantment for a total of +6. That's pretty good. +6 to your DCs from your class is fantastic. Let's pick something totally at random. BC, Blightcaster. It's a druid. How many DCs do we get out of here? Let's see. Well, there's no DCs in the cores. It's none here. Ah, Tier 5. 1. So Arcane Tricksters get +6. And Blightcasters get 1. So that's another problem between the different characters. And then that's not even going to the secondary problem of these characters, like once we go into hybrids, where you have characters, again, I'm going to use Blightcaster here, where Blightcaster now has the ability to scale several of their spells in animal form, which is obviously a melee type character, where several of the spells scale off of spell DCs that you don't have a way of realistically maxing out. So for example, Blighted Breath, they have to make a fortitude save. It's a conjuration spell. So you have to get your conjuration high enough, which you're just never going to do, because if you're playing a wolf, there's no conjuration DCs in the wolf tree. It's only T5 of the Blightcaster tree. So this effectively just doesn't work and you can't use it, which is also just disappointing. So that's the other thing. Blightcaster and AT have the same DC because ATR only have level 4 spells. No, I disagree with that fundamentally, because those DCs apply to other things. Racial abilities, epic destiny abilities, in neutral tree abilities. So what I mean by that is, if I go to epic destinies as an example, which is like just a pretty easy example, if I go into Shadow Dancer and I want to use the Shadow Dancer Epic Strike, it uses illusioned bonuses and can be used with any spell school. And the base DC is 20, which means if I'm using this character, which has as an illusion character, the Arcane Trickster gets +6, where an Archmage, presumably excellent at illusion, only gets +2. That's the bigger problem. And you can make the argument that, it's meant to enhance just their base spells that they get from levels. But my argument is that, actually, I would argue even a little bit against that, where the best spellcasters do in fact have good spell lists that they can cast from. But a lot of the best spells are epic abilities. Sometimes they don't work, so their DCs just kind of go through and do whatever. But like Magus of the Eclipse, what's one of the best abilities in the game? Oh, it's right up here. And the DC starts at 20. So it's whether you have good evocation or you have good necromancy to use Moonshadow or 0 Degree Comet, right? Or whether you're going with Primal Avatar for Mass Frog, or whether you're going with Fate Singer for Cut the Strings. These are all abilities that require higher numbers, and so having them built in is kind of a big deal, especially your epic things. Give us an epic past life toggle for +1 to all spell DCs for 5 character levels. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. The gear types would make DC gearing tough. Yeah, there's also not enough DC items, which I don't know what the solution is to just having more items. I have no idea. How many tactics DCs do you get in a tree? Honestly, not that many either. Tactics also has a problem where if you remove trances, a lot of tactics stop working entirely. DCs in some different item types. Oh, I forgot about exceptional. That's basically only on quarterstaffs. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I think that there's a lot of good discussion that can be had about some of the DCs. And there's a lot of people that are smarter than me or spend more time. Perhaps Randall could offer these augments. Oh, true. But yeah, there's more time to have these discussions. I think that increasing the numbers on the gear is one step of many steps to making casters feel a lot better in terms of DC relief. The things that I personally would do is, number one, do an evaluation of the amount of casting DCs that you get out of each of the trees to bump each of the trees up so they feel a little bit better. And then number two, I would make it so that each of the epic destinies have inherent better DCs, something along the lines of, like, let's say Shadow Dancer right here. If Shadow Dancer is giving you +1 to DCs, I would do, like, instead of like make all the trees do +1 and epic DCs for the first 2 cores, 2 for these, and then 3 for the last 2. So it gives you a much higher number as you're kind of reaching some of those higher echelons. And then also up the bases. And the reason why I say up the base classes as opposed to just upping the gear is an investment, and I think it's important. But I would much rather a system in which a fully dedicated spellcaster who has all the points in all the trees, you're playing an Archmage, you've got really high DCs from your class abilities, doesn't need to have as much DC gear and can focus on something else, versus somebody who's doing an Eldritch Knight, which doesn't get as many DCs, maybe has to get more DC gear because they don't get as many from their class, but they're both viable options. But as it currently stands right now, every single character that wants to cast spells must have every single DC item. It is mandatory. There is no decision making. There's no questions about it. It is mandatory. You can decide to, like, not get quality deadly in your build, or insightful deadly. You know what I mean? Like these are things if you're playing as a melee, you can just say, okay, I'm not going to get insightful deadly in my build. I don't have space for it. I can't fit insightful seeker. I just don't have space for it. I'm not going to be able to fit it in. And your character will still function. It just does a little bit less damage. You literally can't function without every DC item in the entire game. So that's kind of where they need to look at. And hopefully this is just one step of many. Again, a good change. And I honestly don't even hate getting rid of the enhancement. I don't like it in the short term because, you know, but yeah, give us a raid item with a ring with all of them and a crafting lot to exceptional. I hate that though. The viewers and stream listed all the bonus types available in the game. Yeah, we've done that. Like an EK that can land mass hold without gear swaps, but it just feels bad, man. Yeah, you literally have to have because you need too many stats. But again, I'm okay with hybrids being worse. I think that's the thing. Hybrids should be worse, but functional. Worse, but functional. Needs every DC to enjoy, say, R1. In legendary, late legendary, yes. You don't need to during the leveling process, and you don't need to in epics, but boy howdy, you gotta try Chilla Ravenlift. Or Mr. Nor. Woo! Those monsters have some numbers, okay? I had 130 on my spell DC on my Arcane Trickster in the new quest chain, the Dragon's Hand or whatever it's called. This is the new chain that just came out. 5 new quests, the most newest stuff. 130 on elite difficulty. I couldn't land spells with 130. Okay? 130. Just make him immune at that point. Be like no magic and like slam the door. So yeah. It's a big numbies. Anyway, what else do we got here? Oh yeah, there's a new hireling update. I want to test out Mycella. We're going to do a Mycella test here. Mycella V2. Mycella now has freedom of movement instead of true sight. Okay. Mycella is now more durable and legendary, as decent healing amp and armor class. I think this is because I went into a quest on Legendary Elite and Mycella instant died. I just want you to know that's so I think that they might this might be a reason. I did it on stream and it insta died. I couldn't stand up to like 1 second of spellcast. And then we have Mycella's custom blast spells are now on the player damage curve instead of the monsters. So like 3 times as good. Oh, this is because she probably casts like a bunch of different things that we're using monster spells, and they also cost apparently less. So we're gonna see how this goes. I am curious. I will do the Mycella test again. So we're gonna see if Mycella will still be able to solo the first quest, the first Chilla Ravenloft quest. This hireling in heroics is awesome. One of the coolest heroic hirelings we've gotten in a very long time. So very, very cool. And then, of course, cosmetic teleport style and teleport changes. So, with update 80 and 81, we will be supporting custom cosmetic teleportation animations similar to our cosmetic movement sets. So give us feedback on these visuals and adjustments in this thread. You can acquire our first version of this as a cosmetic in the test dojo by speaking to the captain just as you enter the dojo, that Warforged fellow with the spiky hair. Let's go take a look. For those of you that are wondering where this is coming from, the fact that they have like this new stuff, where it's like, oh, they have the teleporting. They've done this in Lord of the Rings for a little while now. They have like custom animations and visual effects you can get for like teleporting around, and some of them suck, some of them are so cool, and so you can expect that to be something that they're doing with expansions and other things as like an extra paid feature. MTX effects gameplay, literally, yeah. Can I have a custom teleport feat? Here you go. The thing is a toggle. It's in your cosmetics tab. Yo, this cosmetics tab, by the way, great idea. TBD Demon Lords. All right, do you guys want to see some? You want to see what teleport TBD Demon Lords looks like? So we turn it on, and then we are going to custom teleport. So where's my teleportation item? Let's go to Ravenloft. Whoop! You dive into the portal? Okay. Dude, I got sold. What? Your character literally does a 360 and dives back, or like a 180 and falls backwards? It reminds me of like those old Nestea commercials where people would like drink the drink and then they'd be like, ah, and they would fall backwards into the pool of water. I remember watching those commercials for so long, being like, I wish that was real. I wish that was real, but it's not. Okay, let's watch it again from the other side though. So he summons a portal. Whoop, and even gives a salute and then falls in. Oh my God. So here's the thing about this, you guys. This comes at the cost of all teleports are going to function like this, including the teleport spell. So the teleport spell, not just the expansion teleports, but the teleport spell, the key to the city, the D12, all of them are going to use this new animation, which means you can no longer quicken teleport. You can't instantly teleport places. If you want to teleport, you have to do this. However, it does mean the difference is it's going to look like this whenever you do it every time, which I kind of love it. So I don't really care that much. It's the same for all. If it's a teleport, every teleport in the game, except for 2, are going to be changed to this. So all of the teleport scrolls, all the expansion teleport items, the D12, and the key to Evening Star. They're also, the cooldown is going to 20 seconds as well. For all the items. The spell will still have no cooldown. You can cast it whenever you want, but the items are all going down to 20 seconds. So key to Evening Star is now 20 seconds. Oh my God. Just that alone, I'm like, all right, I'm sold. Give me this. Word of Recall, as far as I know, is unchanged because it is an escape teleport. So there's that. They couldn't change it for licensing reasons. Well, you know what? Maybe they bullied WotC. I don't know. UMB checks on scrolls to now roll much earlier in the animation cycle. Okay, that's good. And then yes, all teleports are now 2.5 seconds. Also bear in mind, and this is another big thing, is you can cancel it now where you couldn't. So let's say I start teleporting and I'm done. I can walk and it's canceled. You couldn't cancel it before. Now you can cancel it. So there have definitely been situations where people have like accidentally fat fingered a key and then they're like, oh, I didn't want to do that. And then it's gone. So this is good. So yeah, it's interesting. So if you get locked in Relentless, you're just cooked. If you get locked in Relentless? What do you mean if you get locked in Relentless? How are you getting locked in the dungeon? I'm confused. And DCs are fundamentally flawed. From 1 to 20, you have an increase your DCs about 50 for them to be consistent all in all content. From 20 to 34, you get an additional 80-ish to maybe hit. Yes, that is correct. It is just completely off. They need to redo everything. Are they going to let us have the Lightning Vanish teleport too? I don't know. The blades thing keep hitting you and you can't escape? What blades thing? What are we talking about? I've done Relentless raid a bunch of times. Guys, I raid. Okay, I've done Relentless. Sometimes doesn't despawn. Oh, out of the raid? Oh yeah, but that's a bug fix with the raid. That's a bug in the raid. It's a separate thing. They should just fix that. That the site doesn't go away. Also, you can take damage while this is happening. I don't think this is not interruptible by damage, but you know what? Let's test it. I can't go into this quest. Well. But yeah, well, you know what? For science, I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure you can get hit while this is happening. Well, we'll find out. I only got 100 life, so I'm going to do something a little bit easier. Hello, Jandul. You guys remember when we used to have to run Red Willow Ruins every single past life because it was mandatory?
Patrolling monsters have
God damn, those were the days.
Patterns through the lush jungle.
Still do? Oh my lord. I haven't done this quest since the last hardcore. I don't do this anymore. I should. Should I stockpile? No, because they're gonna change. They're retroactively fixing them. It's Geeblebrox and trolls. I agree. I like the quest, but yeah.
Bar the way ahead. Among them is a dark, scaly champion.
So they're gonna start hitting me. Preparing. I mean, seems like it works. I made it out. Warning, you are on low health. Yo, thanks, game. You are dangerously low on health. You should cast a drink. I find it funny that this is a stretched image. This has to be like a PNG or not a PNG, but like a JPEG that's like loaded. Because it's like stretched out, which is funny. You should drink a health potion or have a healing spell cast on you. You can also buy powerful healing potions at the DDO store. No, don't do this. Don't buy potions in the DDO store, guys. Come on. Also, you can select the difficulty. Normally, you'd be able to choose your difficulty setting, but that is disabled here. Click the OK button to enter the dungeon. Anyway, so yes, it does not get interrupted by taking damage. It only gets interrupted by moving. So if I want to stop casting, so I can do my teleport, and if I decide I'm done, I can go whoop, and I just leave the portal here. There you go. Plays a little animation. I like how it's like a weird 10-second like kind of load in, load out. So yes, I understand why some people are going to be upset about this, and some people won't like their teleports because they want it to be like super instantaneous. I personally don't care. And I love that little like the salute as you fall in. What an excellent little animation. Okay, it's just so good, man. It's just so good. All right. So if you haven't seen, is there another one? Is that it? It's just the same one. So hopefully we'll get some more. If we get more fun animations, I don't really care too much. Hopefully there will be a couple, at least one that's like available from an event, because I think that's something that a lot of game companies don't understand is like you gotta treat a lot of your activities in your game as you need the gateway drug in. So there needs to be something like, oh, there is a new teleport animation that plays. And you can get it from doing the new saga from the expansion. So you complete the saga and you can get the new teleport animation, and then you have it, and then people can get their first one, and then they go, oh, they see somebody else's one and they realize, oh, I want that one too. And then they start want to build them all up. So yeah. Other ones in game earn coffers. Yep. Okay, I'm going to get some levels, and we're going to test out Mycella to see if Mycella is capable of completing some content. Why can't I pick this up? Get it. Give me. Thank you. Give me the cloaker. I wish for the mount. Okay. Hello. Just gonna level up real quick. My levels don't matter. I'm just leveling fast. I'm gonna see if Mycella can do a quest by herself. Or by themselves. Or by himself? I don't know. It's a fungus. By the collectives. Holding upstream, any changes from preview 1? There are some basic changes. We'll take a look at the next one here in just a second. I got this. Okay, great. So I'm level 10. I'm not going to put any points in anything. I don't care. I'm going to go get Mycella, and we're going to get Mycella to go do the first quest in Achilla Ravenloft, because Mycella could do the first quest. So, oh, I need to be level 11. Whoops. Let's go here. Okay, so that's good. Here, you want to see a fun change, Troca? Here, enjoy. I have to teleport over to Lamortia. Let me take my teleport item. Make a portal, and then whoop. Dude, it's so good. It's so good, dude. Oh my gosh. Come on, it's so good. The fall back. It's great. All right, Mycella versus the Body Snatchers. On the first preview, Mycella destroyed this quest. Solo. Can Mycella do it again? Did the people that work at Sandstone Games see me annihilate this quest and decide to nerf Mycella into the dirt? Let's find out.
Somebody nabbed this one before.
So Mycella's health bar is right here. So Mycella now comes with Freedom of Movement, Cure, Reincarnate, and the Myconid Spores, which is a really powerful AoE damage effect. And I'm just remove fail a TP and go to the market. That'd be kind of neat. All right. So again, I'm not going to be helping. This is all Mycella, who's stuck. There we go. All right, Mycella, let's go. Because Mycella could beat this quest before. I don't know if Mycella can beat this quest now. Okay, we still got fire seeds. Nice. We got vigor. More fire seeds. Mycella, you're not casting. Mycella's not casting their spam and everything else. The myconid spores. The spores are really powerful. They deal damage and they heal at the same time, so they're super duper good. Nice job, Mycella. Source has drained its mana. Yeah, we'll see. I think a big part is the fact that I'm taking so much damage. Because I have everything has aggro on me. So Mycella is actually spending a lot of time healing me. But even with all the time Mycella is spending healing me, Mycella is beating the rats. So when Mycella doesn't have to heal me, it's actually going pretty good. I should have a way to send Mycella in first, because a lot of the monsters nowadays are like, they get up when you get close, and then they're going to see me having less health, so they're going to come for me, as opposed to going for Mycella. I can kind of like meander around. There we go. Dude, Mycella is cooking these petrels. Get them. Does animation work on normal teleport now that they can't be quickened? Yes. So all teleports will now all use the same animations, except for two, Dimension Door and Word of Recall. But all the other teleports are going to function the same, so they will all use the base teleport animation, or there's a cosmetic here, which is your teleport animation style. So this one is now teleport TBD Demon Lords. So there's that. I think it would be already done with the quest for one pack of being clear. Yeah, but I just want to see if it'll win. That's all. What myconids look like, but oh geez, spooky. This reminds me of the guys in Dark Souls. So Mycella does a lot less damage now. Mycella was really easily destroying these guys the first time, and Mycella is not easily destroying these. This is a bubbly. One of them like carbonated waters. Would greater teleport grant the cosmetic to everyone? I don't know. I mean, we can test it. I don't have greater teleport, but we can test it. Have you tried Poppy? No.
You can slink back to your hut now.
I don't drink a lot of these, but my girlfriend offered me one. She drinks the carbonated water. I'm more of a regular water guy. Go get him, Mycella. What about bracelet friends? Also don't know. Is the teleport part of the ultimate? We don't know where the teleport specifically comes from. Mycella needs to cast the spores. I don't know what the AI on the spores is specifically, but it needs to cast it sooner rather than later. It's like its most powerful ability. Probably be ultimate. No, because the movement, the floaty movement from Lamortia, that was in collectors. So it might be in collectors and not ultimate. Earlier in the battle than later, yeah. I will say, I am impressed by the fact that Mycella is in fact winning. It seems that their Fire Seeds doesn't have multiple hits anymore, and Mycella is now actually running out of mana when they didn't the first time. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I heard something about this. Something about like some dirty sodas where people are adding cream, like actual like milk cream to soda. I don't know anything about this other than that. The problem I have with this idea is not that I think it would be bad. Of course, adding cream to most things makes them better. It's called French cooking. But it's more so that, like, back in the day, we used to have cool creams. You guys remember having, like, a Coke float? Where's my Mountain Dew float? This is elite difficulty, yeah. It's not Reaper mode. I don't think Mycella can handle Reaper. In fact, I don't know if Mycella can handle this single carrion crawler. I think this one carrion crawler might be the end of Mycella. Because this bad boy hurts real bad. Oh, we got the spores. Spores are up. Have you read about the caster dot damage nerf? I guess she thought casters did too much damage. Oh, with some of those abilities. I don't think it's a problem of casters doing too much damage. I think it's also being disingenuous to say that. Because you're saying casters, but you know, and I know, it's arcane tricksters. Not that other casters weren't also using those tools, but it's arcane tricksters for the most part. Now, that being said, do I think that it should have been adjusted? No, I don't think so. But it's one of the many ways in which arcane tricksters were doing a lot of damage with the extra procs that was scaling off the spell power. And so it's a pretty big deal. Realistically, modern spellcasters shouldn't have to use tools like that, but they do. Seven trickster they nerf all casters. I mean,
An angry voice rings out from the courtyard.
yeah.
Where are my bodies, Schmidt? You promised me bodies.
The problem is, like, according to the community, nobody is playing casters. So I don't think it's going to affect 1% of the, or like even 1% of the player base.
Then when they came
I'm
looking
lagging
for
on the
bodies,
mania. I
you
can't
claimed some
move,
other mob
please.
took 'em. And I think all that time, you were keeping the bodies for yourself.
It has vanilla cream in it.
Probably in that shabby little shed of yours.
You even have a single druid past life?
You
No,
know
this is a
me,
brand new
Schmidt.
character.
I never go away empty-handed.
All right.
If I don't
I know I'm
find
close to
bodies,
the... Oh god, I'm giga lagging.
A voice.
Shouldn't
cries
Mycela
out
be
in
immune to
terror.
lag because it's also in the servers?
No!
Actually, don't know the answer to that question.
well,
Anyway,
now,
can Mycela win right
seems I
here?
was
It's going to entirely depend on whether we get the healing spores out. We did get healing spores quick, although we might get pulled out of the healing spores. We'll see.
dumping them on the cart.
Did everything except the puzzle. I got frozen? Oh my god. I didn't even know you could get vein freezed here. I literally didn't know that could happen.
One of the body snatchers.
This guy spams vein freeze? It's crazy. Yo, we gotta get this guy, dude.
That steep job belongs to the dead mongoose.
Oh, Mycela can't get over here.
With this rat bag, lad. I'm up to Dead Man's Crossing.
Come on, get him, Mycela.
Please to talk over
No,
the
it's casting Vigor, which costs 40. It's out of mana now. I don't think it can win. Oh, wait a minute. Fire Seeds cost nothing. Oh, sick. So we can just spam Fire Seeds. Hold on. Does it get Echoes of Power? I don't know. Yes, it does. It does get Echoes of Power. And it is winning. Seems good. Is that Trickster AoE that bad? It has a little iconic. I didn't find Chain Missile range that bad. It's similar ranged attacks AoE area. Yes, Tricksters have really bad AoE. That's their only weakness. But there we go. Mycela did it. So Mycela did, in fact, solo this entire quest. I did nothing. If anything, I actually made it harder because I took a bunch of damage and Mycela spent time healing me. So, still good. So probably the best hireling we've had in a while. Most hirelings cannot solo a quest for you. So that's extremely impressive. Yeah, excellent. Now, who thinks, for those of you that were here on the last time I took a look at Lamannia, some of you might be aware that we tried to get legendary Mycela to do the quest. Who thinks legendary Mycela will be able to beat the first pack of monsters? Gambling time. Can Hire beat first pack in legendary? The first pack. You guys will have a couple minutes to like gamble because I got to level up and stuff. Same quest, the first pack of monsters, just the rats in the first room. When we went in the first time, Mycela instantly died. Instant. It was like 0 seconds. Just the rats bit him, and the rats do 800 damage a bite. So, like, it was just gone. Died. Epic normal, legendary, elite. We're the legendary elite. They said they buffed Mycela. According to the patch note, I'm just going to read it to you guys before you gamble. Mycela's durability in Legendary has been significantly increased with hit points, healing amp, and a decent armor class. When we went in the first time, it was instantaneous death. So I'm giving you the information that it's likely not going to change, but I have to know. We need to do the science. Not a chance? Okay. Again, we're testing here. We're testing. I want to get access to greater... Ooh, I'm going to be a warlock. I want to have access to greater thing. Charisma. Where is UMD? Greater teleport. I want to test some greater teleport shenanigans. Class feat. Celestial pact. That's me. Move speed. So where is UMD? If you're wondering why I'm a warlock, it's because warlocks get bonuses to UMD inherently, and I need enough UMD to use the greater teleport scrolls. Okay, shield and warlock feat. Doesn't matter. So the shield, Nightfall shield. Turns out the shield throw and slam don't benefit from the shield tag. So don't benefit from fortifying cry. Ah, classic. Yeah, I did have the idea of the totem with face breakers. Like it counts as both a quarterstaff and a mace attack at the same time. I have not actually attempted to make it. I've currently just been like workshopping my current build. I've seen other people do some techno wizardry that I don't entirely understand, where they are able to have like extra abilities active, and I haven't discovered how they are doing this. They can like have a ton of reservations, and I don't know how. So I need to do science to discover some of these things. Woo. There's a champ. It's cooked. I mean, it might be. If you have 2 mind axes, you do not get strike through unless you're playing as a ranger and you are a tempest and you go tier 5 of tempest to get access to Dance of Death. Yeah, you cannot strike through while dual wielding unless you're using Dance of Death. Okay, give me stats. Give me stats. Every 2 levels in the Darkness of the Throne gives you 99 spirit with -1 every 2 levels. Wait, it doesn't double. It doesn't give you 100 on the -1. Oh, so it's just 50 spirit on a belt. If you, assuming you have a 99 or 100%. Interesting. I didn't think that would be the case. Sign of Celestia, give me some more health. Hell yeah. I need to level up. It goes to -2. Oh, it at 99%. Interesting. Did they do any changes to the Duergar trees? No major changes. The bigger thing is they added a couple multi-selectors. So this is not in the game yet, but instead of getting just transmutation, it'll be transmutation or conjuration. And then they clarified a couple wordings, but for the most part, there hasn't been many Duergar changes. They did speak as to why some of the changes why they didn't make a couple changes. Whoops, I want this. Give me the guild buff so I can move fast in town. Gonna move fast in town. It's important. Interesting. So does that mean that 99% Darkness Enthroned is more expensive than 100% Darkness Enthroned? Be different because it's baseline 2-weapon? Yeah. To be fair, dual-wielding Dwarven War Axe is still going to be sick, and I can't wait to play a 2-weapon fighter Dwarven War Axe Duergar Monk, because it's a conjured weapon, which means it works. Like, you stay centered while you have it. So yeah, if no changes, can we expect a pre-sale sooner, like this weekend? Definitely not this weekend. 0% chance this weekend, because Lamannia is this week. So there's no way it would be happening this weekend. 0. That being said, I do think that it might be sooner than most people expect, especially given that it's very odd that we get 2 Lamannias back-to-back like this. And they're not going to do another one. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen the new mount yet, I can show it off, I guess. New mount time. This is the new mount, by the way, the cloaker. And it looks sick. Legendary Hollow Trail doesn't exist. The problem with House of Pain is that there's, I think, 6 items that drop out of House of Pain, so it's very hard to get anything you want out of it. With a goblin inside? No, it is the goblin. It has that's the manta ray's face. Oh, you want to see the dance? Yeah, I'll show you the dance. There was something better for stacking spirit stacking of his body armor. Wait, does that mean you could? Are those that rune exclusive, or can you put 2 in the belt in the Darkness Enthroned and basically get access to like 100 spirit in the belt? Because if you can, I actually might use that. That's some sick technology. Anyways, dances were here. So in case you didn't see it, here's the dance. He does the wave. It's very fun. And then we have Duergar dance number 1, which is, of course, Techno Viking. The fact that they decided to go with Techno Viking is blowing my mind. Because admittedly, when I see like the tattoos and the beards and the way the hair is done, my first thought is like, oh shit, it's very Viking. And then we get Techno Viking as the dance. If you don't know what Techno Viking is, it's because you're either too young or too old. And you didn't hit that sweet spot of knowing what that video is. And then the second dance. Oh, the male dance is different than the female dance. That's crazy. I only checked the female dances. Female dance 2 is completely different than male dance 2. I don't know what this is a reference to specifically. I can't believe I didn't test this. I just assumed it would be the same, but it's not. I assume this is just a dance. Because it makes me think of that like Russian, or is it like the kind of dance where they hold like their arms together and they do the thing, but the character's not bending that much. And it's not the same, yeah, the Cossack, but it's not the same as, it doesn't have like the same feet movement. But I'm not sure. I don't think it's the same. I honestly couldn't tell you. All right. Oh yeah, right. I gotta cancel the quest. The Body Snatchers. So the gambling is in. You guys put your money on the line. Almost everybody is on no, rightly. But some people said yes.
Into a densely built courtyard.
So can Mycella beat the first room on their own? So Mycella has 3,500 life,
Somebody nabbed this one before we
3,000
got
mana.
here.
Okay. To make this easier, I am going to make sure that I don't get aggro on anything, because if I get aggro, then Mycella is going to waste all of their mana trying to heal me. So we're going to do one of these, and we're going to go back. All right, Mycella is in combat with the rats. Holy, 1,000 damage? Oh my god, Mycella. Wait, it's not dying. Cast something, Mycella. Oh, the cloud? The cloud's in? Okay, heal over time. It's not over. Oh, it's wearing them down. Holy shit. As long as it stays alive and keeps the mist coming, but it needs that fungus mist real soon. Ooh, the heal. Okay, healing spores are up. Okay, stonks. Dude, when they said they made this hireling tankier, they weren't kidding. They probably gave it like 300 physical resistance rating. Oh my god. Yeah, this is both groups. Because there's 3 rats here and 3 rats here for a total of 6. There's 4 over here and 2 here. Oh my god. That's crazy. Again, pointer, and there was champs in that pack too. Wow. Bear in mind, the first time we did this, Mycella instantly died, okay? Because these rats do 600 damage a bite on elite difficulty, non-champ. That's crazy. It functions. Just to give you a perspective as to how much damage these rats do, this is how much damage they do. That's how much damage the rats do. And Mycella didn't care. And here we go. Round, you know what? This is the make sure it's not a fluke. Mycella versus the rats, round 2. Oh, lagging. We're lagging. Oh, Mycella teleported to me. That's fine. I even pulled it out of the cloud. Mycella is so bear in mind, I got bit for 1400. Mycella is only taking about 120 damage a bite. That means Mycella has 300 physical resistance rating. It might even be 350. That's crazy. Now, bear in mind, is Mycella going to actually, like, do this quest for you? Like, yeah, you can have Mycella solo this quest for you. There's actually enough shrines in here that this could work. I could have Mycella solo this entire shrine quest. In fact, hey, Mycella, you want to solo the quest? So again, I could have Mycella do the entire quest for me. The problem is, this will take quite a long time, and it is not a better way than just playing the game yourself. Oh, I can't spawn the bats, the birds. Wait a minute. Skip? Speedrunning? The birds didn't aggro? Yo, I just learned a speedrunning skip. Yo, we call that Mycella skip. It's official, that's Mycella skip. Right there. Holy shit. Man, these dogs though, they have 46,000 life, so this is not going to be a fast fight. So basically, the defensive stats that Mycella has right now, they should just give this to all of the legendary hirelings. Because again, you might be like, oh, but Mycella is like invincible and she's going to solo every quest for you, or it, or he, I don't know. Here's the thing, Mycella is not going to solo every quest for you. Look at the progress on this bad boy. You still have to fight with it, but it doesn't instant die. By contrast, I bet if I crack Darling out, or Drossheart is not going to do very good by comparison. But Mycella will help you. Mycella is, right now in my opinion, the best hireling in the entirety of Dungeons & Dragons Online. No competition. That's crazy. That's really all they need to do to fix all of these hirelings is whatever defensive stats Mycella has, just go to the other ones and copy and paste them. Just be like, here's your PRR, here's your PRR, here's your PRR, here's your PRR. This is madness. It also helps that Mycella is hitting for 1,000 with this quarterstaff. Oh my god. Center builds can already hireling pike dungeons, but it's not fast. Oh yeah, this is not fast. This is not good for anybody. But I am blown away by that this is working at all. Now I want to know if Mycella can do the whole thing. But first, all of the people that thought Mycella was going to lose, I also thought Mycella was going to lose. Can Higher beat the first pack in Legendary? Yes. Yes, they can. Mycella got DVs? No, you don't have. They don't have DVs. So I apologize for everyone that's lost their entire life savings gambling. The only advice I have for you is remember, always double down. Always double down. Next time, you just go all in again, and you'll make all your money back.
So the Toddstrasser gang was already here.
I have to know if it can do the whole thing. It's got more higher percentage of mana than last time.
Now. Come on, lads. Get to searching. We'll have to earn our supper.
Stop me from going further.
There's no life before
Okay, we got a champ. We have a champ in pack.
come out of the ground.
Ooh, Mycella is struggling here because of the ranged. The ranged make it a lot tougher. Oh, my cell is bugged. We're gonna help. Because Mycella wanted to get back to these guys who were doing the most damage, but then couldn't. So I did help out Mycella with the movement. Again, after this, we're gonna get Drossheart. I'm gonna show you guys what was happening before. Mycella teabagging. Oh, Mycella is going down. Oh, 5,000. Let's go, Mycella. Where Mycella might crack is the carrion crawlers. The carrion crawlers are quite difficult to deal with. Before you get impressed, that is literally, like, that's what the heal spell does. This is legendary elite difficulty. This is sick. This is the best hireling in the entire game. Okay. Okay. Mycella versus bats. Fortunately, the hireling can just like turn on a dime and just slap these bats into next week. What levels in heroic? 11. All right. Yep, it's a level 11 version and the higher level. Okay, so now it's carrion crawler time. There are 3 carrion crawlers. Any champs will be devastating to Mycella. Oh, never mind. They don't spawn because I'm not here. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, okay. We got triple carrion crawler action. Mycella. No, Mycella. It got distracted. No, it bugged. The hireling AI. It bugged, dude. It didn't know what to do. It was just looking at me and doing nothing. No, it was just looking at me. It was it could move. Oh, it got DDO AI'd. Damn.
Wow, what a moment to come into.
Honestly, though, if it didn't bug, this thing would have crushed it. Am I in Primal Avatar? No, I don't have any Epic Destinies or points. I didn't spend any points in the tree at all. This is just all Mycella. So I'm going to be honest. This is like the best hireling in the history of DDO. I want all the hirelings to be as tanky as Mycella. Because remember, Mycella is technically doing this quest, but it's so slow, you guys. It's so slow. There's no one on their right mind would actually like let the hireling fight for them. That's pure madness. But just to show you what regular hirelings are like, I'm going to get Drossheart. I want to show you how long Drossheart lasts. So that way you can get a good perspective as to what Mycella was doing before. All right, let's go in here. Gonna run the quest like that? I mean, yeah, probably because I'm doing this. So somebody's gonna be like, I can. Anyway, let me just teleport back to Lamannia here. Best teleport animation. Make a portal. See ya. That's so cool. All right. I would like to claim something. Ultimate. Give me Giga Drossheart. All right. So now we have Giga Drossheart versus the same quest. So who will win? I'm not putting up a gamble for this one because there is an answer, and you're gonna get the answer immediately. Drossheart's cool, but already has 1,500 less life.
Nothing. Somebody nabbed this one before we got
Drossheart,
here.
I'm really sorry for what's about to happen to you. But we had to do this for science. He did cast displacement. He's a shadow. He has shadow form. Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna get him to wait here. So I'm gonna die real quick so he doesn't try to heal me. Hello, rats. Okay, good. All right, Drossheart, get him. Drossheart goes in. He casts one spell, and he casts another spell, displacement. And you know, I can't believe it, but he's somehow alive. And that displacement is kicking ass, and he dies. The rats basically couldn't hit him. What the hell? Oh, he has Genius Never Dies? Okay, I'm going to be honest. I've never used Legendary Drossart. I did not know he has Genius Never Dies. Unbelievable. For those of you that don't know what that is, because he's an alchemist. Apothecary. That's the capstone, Genius Never Dies, where you get a plus 1,000 unconsciousness range. So that's why he went to minus 1,000 before he died. But yeah, anyway, long story short, they just need to take the stats. I love this hireling, this new hireling that we've just gotten. Just take those defensive stats and put them on all of the other hirelings. Please, 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 please. I know it might take an extra hour of work or 2 hours of work. And I know that nobody wants to do it. But please, 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 pretty please, pretty please, make the legendary hirelings not insta-die. As long as they don't insta-die, they're not that bad. But the problem is they all insta-die. Because the damage scaling at endgame is currently insane. Please make it so the hirelings don't insta-die, thank you. You want to put Rana, Drossart, and Mycella on one team? Okay. All right, we can do that. I can make a combo party. They might try to res me over and over, which is the one part, but yeah, we can try that. Where is Rana? Rana is Myth Draenor. Whoop. Two people in group with Drossart and one with Mycella. Oh, to see who wins. Just race. Where's the guy? Is the guy here? Oh no, he's not here, is he? Oh no, he's in the Hall of Heroes. He's in the Hall of Heroes. I knew this. I knew he was in the Hall of Heroes. I'll go get him. Yum. Using hirelings is not my thing. Yeah, I could if I really wanted to take like Primal Avatar and juice up the hirelings. I didn't unlock Primal Avatar, but I could juice them. So get like the extra natural shielding for all the hirelings, give them more PRR, some more MRR, that sort of thing, and make them tankier. You want me to juice the hirelings? Just outside the Gate by Thunder Peaks. Oh, really interesting. I literally have Warlock, yeah, so I can like Giga juice them. I can give them the Fortify summons, Imbue, and Displace. So I can juice them. That's an interesting thing. I'm on the mount, so I can still move. Hey guys, I found a bug. Dude, this is so cool. Oh man, and we're up. Let's go. Have you guys ever found bugs before? Hey, what's up, Narhesh? All right. All right, so we got 3 hirelings. I'm gonna go unlock the things, and we'll get the things, and we'll do it. All right, so we get I don't need any of this stuff. I just need the hirelings to be powerful. Okay, so it's all the hireling stuff. And then I go get Primal Avatar, and I'll put the hireling stuff in, and then we'll see what the hirelings can do. Sneak plus auto run. Yeah. I didn't expect that to work as swimmingly as it did, but that was fun. I just don't have the Epic Destinies. I didn't unlock them. Yeah, this mount, by the way, the Underdark Cloaker, is so sick. I'm not a big Underdark guy, but like, it's so cool looking, man. It just like floats around like hell yeah. And I didn't test all of it, but I did see other people talking about it on the forums, and basically the mount appears to be working with basically every race except for the problematic ones, which I think is like Dragonborn and one other one, which like don't look proper. But those are still the ones that have the animations that are still broken with like carpets and stuff that have never been fixed, so it's not really that big of a surprise. Maybe Harp Agent for the +4 all stats. Why not? We're juicing them. Why not? You'd have a Bard buff him? No, it's too much work. Too much work. We're not gonna like super juice him. We're just gonna juice him. All right, we have everything here. So we need Primal. We need Magus. Yeah, augment your summons, so I can augment my summons. And then what was the other one? Isn't there something else for summons, or is it just Magus? Is it just Magus? I think it's just Magus. Okay, we're gonna do this and this and this. Give one of these. Actually, you know what? I'm a nice guy. Would you acid because the guy is literally poison, the fungus mushroom. Whatever. I need this. Mantle, Magus, Red Summoner, the Fate Singer for the Timu Bard things. No, I'm gonna be dead. I need to be dead. So the Fate Singer stuff needs to be alive. So there's that. Change the legendary feat. That's gonna reset my trees though, and I'm lazy. I need Robe of the Diabolist. Oh, yeah, there's a set bonus, isn't there, with Diabolist? I'll buff them and then die. That's my character. That's what we do. Buff them and then die. Hey, buddy, give me stats, please. Thanks. I mean, I guess I could do that. They forgot there was a wipe, so my shards are gone. Give me a sec. I need shards. Shard. All right, where is it? You want me to take the thing? Scion of Celestia. You want me to take Elysium? It does make him stronger. All right, this is the most juiced it's ever going to be. Okay, it's the most juiced it's ever going to be in its entire life. All right. No. Hey, bud. I need SSS, Legendary, Carnival is Diabolist. Cry of Battle Filigrees. I don't want to have to level up a sentient jewel, okay? It's really annoying. Oh, it's Chrono? Oh, well, good. Well, because this list doesn't exist. Oh, no, there it is. Summon build? Yeah. Legendary. No, not this. Oh, no. No. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Legendary Chronoscope. There you go. I don't have any money. I need money. I need the money. Deadly Diabolist. What's the other piece of the Diabolist set? It's not in here. Where's the other piece? Wait, where's the other piece? The ring and the robe. Does it also come from there? I thought the ring was from the carnival. Or am I wrong? It's also Chronoscope? Well, it's not on the list. The room does not have sentient XP? No, but you can buy Tensors boxes. It's not that big of a deal. All right, SSS, Legendary, Chronoscope. Okay, well, I have a Diabolist robe. Just roll Gem of Many Facets. I don't think I can get Diabolist. Carnival is Elemental Essence. Oh, Carnival is Elemental Essence. Yeah, you're right. Yes. How do I get the other ring? Chronoscope. Diabolist ring. You know my key presses? No, I have a different keyboard. I have a backup keyboard. Because the keyboard that I was using before is doing a lot of double typing, and so I have to take the keys off and get them with some oil, or not oil, some alcohol. But I don't currently have the alcohol. Yeah, and the double typing is like literally driving me insane. So I've got the backup keyboard now. Unfortunately, the backup keyboard does this, but some people like the clickety clacks. So I don't know. Okay. What update was Legendary Chronoscope? Yeah, it's my keys. Especially when I type quick, you can hear it. Chronoscope, Legendary. I don't know. Mithranor. Was it before Mithranor or was it after Mithranor? Is it here? No, that's that quest chain. So it's not 67. It was long before. 64, 65. Chronoscope raid loot? Oh, shit. Diabolist ring. There it is. Okay, so we have a Diabolist ring, which is good. And I have the fractured slivers. So I can maybe upgrade these. I think. Is the legendary loot on here? 6465. Yeah. It's here. It's in this. Altar of Epic Rituals. Okay, so I need threads and I need star fragments. And I need I don't know where the threads are in one of these. Star fragments should be in, I don't know if I can get star fragments. It should be in 50. SSS ingredients for this update. Hold. Star fragments. Okay, we get star fragments. So now we need threads. And threads are from somewhere in here. Was it 49? No. When did we get threads? Oh, God. 43? It's under filigree? No? Oh, my God. Trying to remember where all the loot is in these menus is madness. Keeping the Borderlands. It's in here somewhere. I used to have a chart. I don't know where my chart is, but I used to have a chart that would have everything. Was it 45? I'll find it eventually. Nope. And you might be like, but Strim, is this really important for what we're trying to do? Listen. No. Threads. Nope. Raid loot? You have access to my bank here? No, I didn't transfer anything. Threads. Where are threads? There are threads in here, by the way. I know there are. I just don't remember exactly where. Was it 47? Is that when we got threads? I'm trying to remember when we got threads. Was it in Sharn? There's no way it was Sharn. Was it before Sharn? It might have been before Sharn. 41? Yeah, it's here. It's here. It's right here. It was 41. Okay. That's everything. So now we can go to here and go to the Epic of Altar of Epic Rituals, whip in the Diabolus ring. Oh my God, I didn't get the tokens of the 12. Were they in here? Yes, greater tokens. Thank you. I need more backpack spaces. Quick. Solve my problem with DDO points. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Perfect. So now we go here. Altar of Epic Rituals. And where's the ring? Oh, did I not get the threads either? Oh, I didn't get the threads either. Sorry, guys. I know this is taking too long, and I'm disappointing many of you with my ineptitude. Primal Mantle will be more buffs, like that would steal the show. Yeah. We'll be using that one as well. Okay. 100 here. It's done. Oh, 54. Chronoscope. No, legendary rituals. Take the ring. Put the ring in there. Searching. It's 250 threads? Oh my God. I don't have enough threads. That's crazy. The price tag. Imagine paying 250 threads for the legendary Diabolus ring. Woo! This bad boy. Beautiful. Make. There we go. Intelligence, charisma, evocation, focus, wizardry. Bazinga, I got the set. Plus 12 to all ability scores. We're juicing them. All right. If Tensor's boxes are in the store, I'll get the thing, but we'll see. Tensor. Oh, there's no Tensors on Lamannia right now. Oh no, there's no Tensors. Legendary. Filigree. It's Cry of Battle, which should be 2. Embrace by Light, Sucker Punch, The Long Shadow. Nope. I'm doing it. We're going. Cry of Battle. You know, it's occurred to me, it's not in alphabetical order. I will never find this. But we're going to keep looking. Well, it wasn't 1 and it wasn't 2. Beast Mantle, Enlightened, Inevitable Grave, Wreath of Flame. I really like the original offering of the filigree sets, because I think that not all of them were good. In fact, there were some that are stinkers, like Melody. But I at least think that it's interesting that there is some amount of option. I also like the dual filigrees for making you actually want to try filigrees you otherwise wouldn't touch. Stuff like To Hell and Back is a filigree set I wouldn't normally use. But when you've already got 2 of them, the idea of suddenly going, oh, well, I guess I could grab like an extra one for that extra magic resistance rating because it comes on the charisma filigree. It's kind of good, actually. I do like that sort of kind of pushing you forward design. Drive Battle. 1. Is it 4-piece or 3-piece? It's a 3-piece. 1, 2, 3. Great. And then I need an item. I need weapons. Lamordia items. Raid items. Hell yeah. Give me the bloody end. The in-game voice chat, FM groups, so many discords are a thing now for some reason. Oh, I don't know. I have never, the only time there's something that ever happens is if you're doing like hard raids. If you're doing a hard raid, it makes sense why somebody might want to make sure people are able to communicate. So that's why people use Discord for like raids and stuff. But other than that, I don't have any idea why people would want to like get into a Discord call. That, and also like, dude, I'm part of too many Discords. Every time I join a raid group that is like doing like a hard raid and they're like, hey guys, you have to use Discord. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm on the phone with myself. I can't talk right now. And the answer is I just don't want to talk. The in-game chat is so dog shit. Yeah. Yeah. In 2006, the in-game voice chat in DDO was insanely cool. And nowadays that it hasn't been updated, it's a little undercooked. Okay. So we have this. We have this. I am not doing any more. This is it. This better be good enough. Sorry, my push to talk died. Yeah, sorry. All right. We have Mycela, Drossheart, and Rena Leafheart on one team. So now, what should they do? I wonder if they can handle one of the new quests. Probably not. I don't think they can handle the new quests. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're probably too tough. Even with all the extra stats I'm about to give them. Misery's Peak? The 3 of them? I don't know, dude. It's about DC changes to show me how out of touch SSG is with their game. From my perspective, if this is step 1 of many, I think that they could do more to push the enhancements, especially considering like, or not the enhancements, the items, considering that fundamentally tactics need to hit the same numbers as spell DCs, but tactics just scale harder because they have better numbers. So spell DCs should use the same itemization as tactics. Outside of that, if it's at least 1 step, I think it might be okay. Oh, you want me to do the same quest? Okay. Oh yeah, I need to activate the mantle. You're right. You're right. Right. All right. We'll do the same quest. We'll see how they do. And then who knows? Maybe this needs a nerf. All right. We'll do body snatchers. Teleport to Lamordia. This teleport is so sick. Okay. Body snatchers. Elite. Who will win? I mean, I don't need to guess who will win, but the hirelings now should be a lot stronger.
You stumble out of the frigid mists and into a densely
6,000 health.
a voice drifts up from down below.
Oh my.
Nothing. Somebody nabbed this one before we got here.
That's not what I was expecting. Make trances give spell DCs? They could do that. Alright. Come at me, rats.
Those wounds are
One
making a mess.
bite. There we go. Oh, they're off to the races. Okay, well these two have decided they actually don't want to help. Oh yeah, they're gonna constantly try to revive me. Alright, anyway, just take this. Thank you. Let's go. This is gonna be a no contest. Look at the damage. Oh, stop. Disable? Disable? There we go. Hey, I disabled that. What the heck? Didn't even listen.
Too late.
Yeah.
The birds got to him. Not even any bits we
I'm
can
actually
salvage.
genuinely surprised that they're just like stomping through this quest.
Killer, and we can't afford to get on her bad side. Nobody wants to get on her bad side.
I do like the fact that the ranged characters have not figured out how to get around corners, so they just stand there. Excellent pathing. So actually having some amount of stats, they're able to do stuff. Look at the extra damage, dude. What the hell? Probably do Reaper. I'm gonna be honest. This is faster than like some groups I've been in. This is Reaper? No, this is Elite.
So the Toddstrasser gang was
Minion
already
build
here.
when?
That'll do, Schmidt. You can slink back to your hut now.
If you guys think this is interesting, I will do
We'll have to earn
a
our
hireling only
stripes
past
out.
life.
It's not like before, when you could just pluck them out of the ground.
Oh yeah. I will say, with all of the stats, all the defensive stats, seeing some of these guys actually take some hits is very interesting. Bear in mind, I have almost every buff in the entire game. I guess I doubt any of them have ever touched Reapers. Oh yeah, I can't open doors. I'm dead. It is technically still solo guided. It is technically still solo guided, yeah. A bard for the hireling life? No, you don't really want to be a bard. I mean, you might want to be some bard, but you need at least 5 warlock to grab all of this. Yeah, something about this room causes them to break. I don't know what. They like break when they get here. It's weird. Get them more stats. Warlock? I am a warlock. You think my Duergar fighter is not a warlock? 8,000. Okay, I know this isn't part of what we were doing, but I now want to continue to experiment. I want to go down the line of the hirelings and see if they can actually fight or not. I mean, because they're just crushing it. Can you grace the scarecrow? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Alright, so let's go over here.
Angry voice
Oh, I'm dead.
out from the courtyard.
Where
I am
are my
dead.
bodies, Schmidt? You promised
Well,
me
unfortunately, I
bodies.
have to come back here. Enable. Thank you.
You know what I think?
For spell power, they do more damage from the mantle. I think it uses their spell power because they're doing thousands of damage, and I don't have any
When they
spell
came
power.
looking for the corpses, you claim some other mob took them. But you know
So, yeah.
me, Schmidt.
Take res and die
Never
again.
go
That's gonna be the
away
plan, yeah.
empty-handed. If I don't find bodies, I make them. And I think all that time, you were keeping the bodies for yourself. Probably in that
I mean, somehow they're not going for me.
debt of yours.
A voice cries out in terror.
I don't think they're going to be... Oh, I'm dead. I got an alchemy.
A lone woman stands watching the murder.
So the two red names are causing some problems.
Danger and the
But like, you know, he's down 40,000.
Well now, seems I was right. Schmidt's foot is stuck
Oh,
full of
oh, the
dead
bystander though is doing some damage. The multi-vial? Oh,
one of the body snatchers spots you.
okay. I think they've all swapped aggro. Oh, he's going for a race. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of great.
with this rat bag, lads. I'm up to dead man's crop.
This is like the best way to
I've
level.
got some things to talk over with
Do
the
hires count for dungeon scaling? Yes. Hirelings are 0.5 players. So in group right now, there are what, 2.5 players? Sam, we should go do laundry. Yeah, this is not a fast quest by any stretch of the imagination. But the fact that I got to do it while dead. Sorry, I think it's going to solo, yeah. Would you guys be interested in seeing the hirelings only run? Where I can't do any points of damage.
Now let's explore it.
The solo pike. Yeah, I piked my own. It's all honestly that only took 6 minutes, dude. That was not as slow as I thought either. Yeah, I could do a pull. Save me. Druid? You could go Druid.
Next time.
For Primal Avatar Testamental and they gain your current spell power values. I mean, I'm not saying that line of text isn't on the wiki. I'm saying that these guys do a lot of damage with the Primal Avatar Mantle, and I don't have any spell power. Okay, now for science purposes, we're going to grab progressively shittier hirelings and see what happens. Yeah, we're hireling maxing, exactly. A level of this, not a full playthrough. You wouldn't want to watch this for like 50 hours? Actually, it would be way longer than that. Because every quest would have to be, at the beginning of quest, summon all 3 hirelings, cast all your buffs, then go do whatever. And you have to lead them around doing things. It would get very annoying. I'd be tempted to do it, honestly. There could be something fun there. The issue is, like, range would probably be annoying unless you had specific hirelings. So at the beginning, having, like, Rana would be essential. I think he's good. It can't be worse than trap only. You're right. It can't be worse than trap only. Pay to win playthrough, but have it hirelings only. Pay to win. I mean, it's a slow win, but it's like the story of the tortoise and the hare. Okay, we need worse hirelings. So let's grab a couple worse ones. So who's next on the chopping block? We've got Masterminds of Sharn. So that would be not the Forge Wraith. Oh, this is Masterminds of Sharn. Oh, yes. So no, not Masterminds of Sharn. Where are you over here? So we have Vecna, thank you. And so I want Darling. So we're gonna take Darling. We're gonna grab the Raptor and Frugu. Let's see if we can get anything done with Frogo. Good old Frogo. These bad boys. So 1, 2, and 3. Can they also beat the quest? Let's find out. I wonder how much worse it's going to be. It's going to be a lot worse. I just don't know exactly how much. Bit healing light. Oh yeah, there's no healing in here. They don't have any healers. You know, they'll figure it out. They got potions. Let's find out. I guess I could throw them in with 1 healer. You could summon all of them. Yeah, I could summon the reject hirelings. Experimenting. We're experimenting. Those filigrees to make hirelings get another level. I have all those filigrees on right now.
Into a densely built courtyard. A voice drifts up
Darling.
down below.
Heal. That's a lot of health.
Nothing. Somebody nabbed this one
One
before we
healer,
got
but it's
here.
Larafay. Yeah. Yo, we could just get Yo in here. First documented person to do it. I don't know if I'd be the first documented person to do it, but I will do it if you guys want to see it. Okay, the rats. I'm dead.
Wounds are making a mess.
Oh man, Teal does not hit very hard, and with no healing. Oh no, dude. Oh, they really need a heal. Oh god. Oh wow. Even with all the stats. So really the answer is that you just need one that heals. You just need one that heals. So I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna get back up. I'm alive.
Finally. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Hirelings. Healing. Not the level 1. Wait, the top tier aren't in the store? Oh no, there he is. Albereth Wellen. There they are. Hello, Albereth. Here you go. We'll just give him. We'll give him a body. There. There. So now they can potentially not die. Okay. Now I have to cut, disable, raise.
Now it's all over the floor.
All right. Also, I like that the picture for Albereth was like an elf with red hair, and he's just some old guy. I turned DDO into an auto battler. So with a healer, they're able to do fine. But fine is like a relative term. So it's like kind of working. Although I am curious actually when it comes to this. Oh, somebody needs to get my soul stone. Hey buddy, pick it up. Thanks. Heals a pretty good trip.
Too late.
I don't know about that.
The birds got to him. Not even any bits we can salvage.
Crack it open. Although the fact that 3 of them have improved uncanny dodge is kind of sick.
Nobody wants to get on her bad side.
Also, where are my guys? Where are my boys? Drogo's not here. Albereth, they're just fighting on their own. Give them the action boost haste, action boost haste. I love how they have the classic old rogue action boost haste, which is kind of sweet. Later, cussy words. Enjoy your day. Okay, so the meatball melee slam is not as good as you would like, unfortunately. It is working, technically, but look how often they're missing. Their hit chance is so low. The older hirelings just can't keep up. Again, it is functioning, technically, but my god, the hit chance. Go get them. And a petrol made it in here. I don't even know how a petrol aggro. There's a bunch of petrols. They don't do any damage because they can't hit. Look at all the glancing blows. Like, more than half the hits are glancing blows. So that's really the big problem, is that they can't actually hit anything. Yeah. RIP, dude. Actual highest levels? No, these things suck. They can't hit anyway. They're just older. Even on the lower level stuff, they miss a lot.
So the Toddstrasser gang was already
here. You know what? We're gonna do
You can slink back to your
I need more
hut now.
shards. I need
Come on,
more
lads.
shards.
Get to searching. We'll have to earn our supper today.
Store?
It's not like
EDO store?
before, when you could just pluck them out of the ground.
You just pull them out of the ground. Didn't take Wiccan? True. Shard. Give me 2,000 shards, please. I need shards.
Very good.
Is that the other higher list of 34 to 36? Yeah. Frogo's 30. Teal's... Oh, it actually doesn't say what level they are. It's kind of funny. It's just 20. Because it doesn't show you the epic levels anymore. But we have 32, 32, and 30. Okay, now here's the real... The real showcase. I gotta go get the best hireling in the entire game. You guys want to see the greatest hireling that's ever existed? That no hireling has ever been able to surpass? I'm going the wrong way. If you guys haven't had a chance to see it, it's YO? No. No, there's an even better hireling than both YO and Mikhail the Pious. Mr. Ravenloft, I would like the ultimate, the legendary Scarecrow hireling. This hireling is scary bad. There's almost nothing worse than it in the entire game. However, what's interesting is that the Shield Guardian can heal it because they're both constructs. Which is one of those like neat quirks. So now I want to show you guys the true power. Now, it's fair. I went to do quests that were a little over leveled. So their armor, they weren't able to hit those armor class values. So you know what? In fairness, we're going to go do a quest that is slightly lower level. So that way it's much more fair. So we'll do a lower level adventure just so you can see the relative power of this beast, the animated Scarecrow. A hireling so good, we don't talk about it. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot that Dino quest is not on Lamannia for some reason. I keep forgetting it's there. It's not there. Damn it. I was going to do that quest. Dino Crisis. But Dino Crisis is not on Lamannia for some reason. I have no idea why it's not on Lamannia. It's just not on Lamannia. Alright. Well, we'll do this one instead. Because this is also an old quest. So, this is a classic old adventure.
Oh, there you are. Ooh, meet me outside across the canal.
Shield Guardian and animated Scarecrow. So it's got 5k life. He's got 5k life. Put him on aggro. They got cleave. Look at the cleaves, dude.
To help craft the wares in his shop.
All right. Are you ready to see some action?
Behold
The animatic.
Cries the gnome.
My enchanted golem will change life in Stormreach forever.
Did not put it here to be tested, so it never added. That's kind of funny.
His creation.
To demonstrate
Go, my minions.
the animatic will now animate.
I will say, I'm surprised the Scarecrow is hitting anything. It's not hitting anything.
Corbin's pleased expression quickly changes to one of shock.
Wait, where's it going? Oh, come
What's doing AoE? Does the Shield Guardian have strike through? One of these guys has strike through. That's kind of crazy, actually. I don't know who. As they're slowly beating their way through them. But yeah, the Scarecrow is horrible because its attack animation is really slow and awkward. So this guy is animating at basically double speed thanks to some of the abilities that I have. And it's still relatively slow. I don't know if the Shield Guardian's actually going to help. Oh no, he's spamming cleaves, dude. He's spamming cleaves. I think these are old cleaves, though. Yo, are you going to heal him? Uh-oh. Oh, he's broken. He's missing, but he is spamming. Yes, go, my Scarecrow. Spam. Okay, so the Shield Guardian is healing himself. He's not healing the animated Scarecrow. Let me force him. Oh no, he doesn't want to do it. He just doesn't give a shit. Poison. Okay. All right. I mean, he looks like he's looking at him. Oh snap! The Scarecrow got sick of all these dagger users and just comes over to give him the old slappy slappy. This is the one thing that I'm terrified of when the idea of playing a doing a all hireling build is rooms like this. Fortunately, Mycella is level 11, so that's a pretty big saving grace. Oh no, they aggroed more stuff. Oh, until epics, all hirelings are not worth it. But what if they were? It would be a real uphill battle to make it like just hirelings. You probably have to do like combo bard Warlock and Druid. Druid, so you get all the wolf spells. Warlock, so you get like the Warlock tree, and then Bard, so you get the songs, probably. All right, they did it. They cleared the room. Oh, hold, hold. They almost cleared the room. Come on. Yes. They did it. Nice, here you go. That only took... How long did that take? So is he actually unable to heal the Scarecrow? Because he just wasn't doing it. No, it could totally just heal the Scarecrow. It just wasn't healing the Scarecrow, so that's interesting. I don't know why that's a thing. Yeah. Oh, also, if creatures die, they lose their epic summons bonus. So if any of your minions die, you lose epic summons, which is a hilarious consequence.
Finally, let's get back to it, shall we?
Yeah, that's probably what you would have to do is 5 Warlock, 11 Druid, 4 Bard. You'd probably want to go with the Warlock and Bard first, and then the Druid later, because you know the pack spells aren't as good. Yeah. Is there a reason we're testing crappy old hires? Pure science reasons. I was just curious as to how well so Mycella, the new hireling, is strong enough to be able to almost solo both heroic and it can solo the heroic version, but can also almost solo the legendary version of the Body Snatchers, the first quest in Chill of the Mist, which is cool because originally it just instantly died. So now it's tanky enough so that it doesn't instantly die. I think I got stuck. I think I got loading screened. I've been loading screened forever, dude. What the heck? And now we're contemplating the concept of doing an entire past life of just hirelings, which is a really interesting idea. I don't know if I actually want to do that. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I don't want to do that, but we'll see. Dark Hunter, no. We'll see. You know what? Honestly, the idea is now in my mind, and I'm kind of interested. Hey, don't tell me it's not my password. It's because of the new keyboard, so my fingers are in the wrong places. I have to break it. Don't you have to take a break again? That's really funny. No, don't go back to the store to buy milk, please. Don't past lives affect hirelings? Yeah, they do. Druid past life. Hey, we made it out.
You will call on me again, and soon.
So Mycella can tank? That's a great question. True. That's something I should test is Giga Mycella. So Mycella has all of the abilities now. I'm curious how well Mycella can handle some adventure. So I'm gonna go test some Mycella stuff. This is just, there's nothing else to really test. The Duergar, I'm pretty happy with the way it looks right now, and if it came out today in its current state, I would play it and have fun. So I don't really have a lot to say about that. And why am I walking when I can teleport? Whee! See ya. The little salute before you fall in backwards is excellent. Like you're jumping out of the back of a plane. All right, Body Snatchers, Reaper 4.
You stumble out of the frigid mists and into.
So we'll get the gang back.
A voice drifts up from down below.
This will be an interesting test.
Nothing. Somebody nabbed this one before.
And you know what?
we
We'll grab the better ones. We'll grab Darling, and we'll grab a Teal. So it'll be the full gang. So we have all the hirelings now. We'll see how well they do. I'm gonna die so fucking fast. Well, hundo.
Those wounds are making a mess.
I mean, they're taking some damage. It's because they don't get hit all the time. But Darling is taking quite a few hits. But they're able to do a reasonable amount of damage back. And they have a good amount of healing. Between Mycella and Rana, they have a lot of healing potential. Also, a lot of these guys aren't doing anything right now, which is not good. There we go. I didn't actually have them all turned on because they didn't get hit. There we go. You know, things I didn't expect. Dude, I forgot about the Feywild Muse. Fun fact about the Feywild Muse is he basically has an infinite infinite reflex save. He has evasion like infinity reflex. Okay, they're going after Drossheart. Almost got him. Oh, Drossheart's taking huge damage. Huge critical hits. Is Drossheart going to die? Oh, snap. Rats spreading their damage across. Unfortunately, they did not focus well enough. And Drossheart managed to stay alive. The instantaneous healing from both Mycella and Rana coming in with heal over time. Both characters being druids, just stacking heal over time, so it feels almost insurmountable for the rats. And while the rats are on Reaper mode, they're going to need to actually count on the support from the Reapers. Reaper for rats not doing enough damage. However, if there's a Plague Reaper, this whole comp might get shut down. With Reapers having full frontal cleave, might be a little bit too dangerous for some of these hirelings to handle. Will they be able to survive? Find out soon.
She's so particular, and we can't afford to get on her bad side.
Okay.
Nobody wants to get on her bad side.
All right, they made it through. All right, I can't open this door. All right, and now we have the Dorgs. I can't believe there hasn't been a Reaper yet. Although Teal is taking massive damage, just getting absolutely shredded by the dogs. We're just crunching them underfoot. Now they switch to Drossheart, even though they have a lot of health, so they have time to react. My God. Character of Dragonlord may take either Dark Apostate or Bard. I definitely can't recommend Dark Apostate, but ooh, Drossheart going into the negatives. Damn, these dogs really hate Drossheart, who is unfortunately being stun locked from going unconscious and conscious again. But unfortunately, we have a Stone Guard and a Beast Mark able to dodge a ton, but Drossheart, being able to have his minus 2,000 unconsciousness range, is somehow able to tank like a god, as everybody else is just spamming heals into him. Slowly, the dogs will go down. If one of them goes down, it's okay, but Drossheart being at minus 1,300, he might actually die here. Minus 1,700, he's in the hole. There's no way to get him back up, and at minus 3,500, he goes down. The first death suffered from the party. What the hell? And all three dogs are still alive? Oh no, there's only 2 dogs left. The Beast Mark actually was able to go down, which was massive. The Beast Mark able to ignore all dodge chance and doing big damage. Yeah, I don't know why they just really wanted to kill Drossheart. No one's gone for Mycella yet, and so Mycella doing huge amounts of damage and like can tank it like a champ, only taking about 600 damage from some of these strikes. I'm gonna do an event where I cast EDO PvP. There was a time in my life where I wanted to do color commentary for League of Legends. Sweet. Well, time to bring back Drossheart. All right, there we go. Hey, we're still alive, everybody. We're still alive. I am honestly shocked that this is working at all.
So
The fact this is Reaper 4 is hilarious.
That'll do, Schmidt.
Again,
You
I
can
could be
sleep like
alive
a
and be
punk now.
doing stuff. I'm just choosing
Come on,
not
lads.
to.
Get to searching. We'll have to earn our
Yeah, this is
souls
Reaper
out.
4.
It's not like before. When
All right.
you could just pluck 'em
Here
out
we
of
go.
the ground.
Oh, Mycella taking huge hits. The champion Alchemist Mark of Law in the back just doesn't give a shit and is going to wipe out the entire team. Dude, this one champ is killing everybody and they can't do anything about it. Oh no. Drossheart and Teal down. Mycella and Rana barely staying above in the green. Doing their best just to keep themselves on their feet. Darling taking just shots into this Flameborn, but the Flameborn is still alive. Flameborn's ignore fortification, doing massive amounts of damage. So even though I have lots of fortification bonuses for the hirelings, their critical hits are still taking them down. Darling going under. Mycella and Rana being the only ones left. Rana having lots of healing, but only able to heal herself and getting a minus 75% incoming healing. Will not be able to do it. There's a full party wipe from this group. We got the Flameborn, and also this Mark of Law with the added force damage on hit, which is too much. And unfortunately, it ripped through all of their defenses, pretty much instantly killing every single one of the hirelings, knocking them down. So unfortunately, the hirelings did stop here. So the question is, can you solo everything in the game with hirelings on Reaper 4? No. That's it. I have nothing more to add. That's all you get. Do any Reaper enhancements affect hirelings? No. Do Reaper spawn if no players are alive? Yes. They just got lucky and didn't have any. But I will say, that was surprising. Yeah, that was Reaper 4, by the way. That was Reaper 4. Now, again, this was me being dead and doing nothing. If I was alive, then I would have been able to do some things. Yeah, I could have had the feat that makes them revive. I could have actually had like a proper build to support the hirelings. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, I could do a proper build. Because you can go into Harper Agent and pick up the... where is it? Is it here? No, that's all skills. There's like a thing. Oh, yeah. Harper Leadership for +4 to all ability scores. Heroic Companion, which you can then dump as a pretty long buff on some of the guys, getting full bard buffs, things like that. I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. It sounds really horrible. But what if it was actually very fun? Anyways, let's do a quick recap about what we've got going on here. So for those of you that missed all of the new changes about what's happening on Lamannia, Duergar is not really changing. They fixed a bunch of bugs to make stuff work because Forge Apprentice basically didn't work as you think it did, and now it does. They're properly considered dwarves when they weren't considered dwarves for some reason. And they're now getting Deep Magic as a multi-selector, so now instead of just Transmutation, you can do Transmutation or Conjuration, making them more flexible. The other dwarf has had the notable change so that its mind cleavers that it summons, they were originally intelligence only weapons. They're now intelligence or strength, making the character dramatically more flexible for the leveling process for some cool builds. Obviously, for the end game purposes, it doesn't really matter that much because at the end game, you're not going to be using those weapons anyway, unless of course we get a version during the raid that you can use, so you can kind of continue your legacy there. But other than that, it's basically the same. They mentioned in a lot of different places the specifics as to why certain things are not going to be doing based on people's requests. So specifically, they talked about, you know, how come this, how come this, how come this, and they gave their own reasons as to why they're not doing some of these individual things. The only one that I was here, they said the cores are too weak. Maybe they're like the Dwarven cores. Again, my personal suggestion is just double them. So not double all of them, but like this is 5 and 6. And this should be 10 and 12, and this should be 15 and 18 for a total of 30 health and 36 mana. I think it's totally fair. I think it's just better. Do it. Thank you. Other than that, that's it. And then lastly, the Dispel DC thing. They're in fact doing a nerf to spell DCs in the buff to spell DCs. So you are still going to see a buff if you're any type of caster, but it's a smaller buff because they are changing some of the augments. Now, I do like the idea of getting rid of complexity by cutting out the enhancement bonus. I think that is a good thing because too many channels means you need too many gear slots. The downside is that we're going from a +7 bonus on every caster to a +5 bonus on every caster, which is probably undershooting their own goals. So we'll see how that happens as we get there. Mycella is now the tankiest hireling in the entire game and will be very fun for using at the end game. So really, really cool. Also against freedom of movement, which is nice. So I'm a big fan of this one, which is fantastic. And then lastly, the teleport animation. If you guys didn't see it, all teleports except for the Word of Recall, because that's an escape teleport, and Dimension Door, every other teleport will now use the same animation, which is 2.5 seconds to do your teleport, and then you will teleport somewhere. All of the teleporting items, the D20, the expansion items, and the key to Evening Star have a 20-second cooldown. So key to Evening Star is no longer 30 minutes. The D12 and all the expansion teleport items are no longer 1 minute. It's now 20 seconds across the board, so you can easily teleport wherever you want. And as well, teleport, the spell, will also take a 2.5 animation. So, for example, if I go in here and I grab a Rod of Teleportation, Rod of Teleport, Rod of Greater Teleport. You know, I didn't need to take Warlocks. I could buy these. If I take a Rod of Teleport and I want to go somewhere, so let's say I want to go to the 12, my character will do the new teleport animation and then do the teleport. Whee! Now, of course, this is they're adding teleport cosmetics. So the base teleport animation is not going to look like that. The regular teleport just looks like regular teleport, where you prepare, you do the swish, and then all of a sudden, boom, you teleport somewhere. That's the new teleport animation for every teleport spell in the entire game. However, if you have one of the new custom cosmetics, again, this is 100% going to be in the pre-order, not the pre-order, but like in the collectors or the ultimate fan bundle. Keep that in mind. This is like a paid cosmetic 100%. If I want to teleport somewhere with the paid version, this is what you can get. And they're going to be adding more of these. Also, it's so cool, dude. It's so cool. I love that you just fall into the portal. It's great. So some people are upset about the slowing down of the regular teleport spell. But again, it is what it is. I like the fact that the key to the city is on a shorter cooldown, so you can just teleport whenever you want. You don't have to think about it, which is a way better solution. And yeah, I don't really care about the 2 seconds. Some people lose their mind for the 2 seconds. I think flavor trumps almost everything. A really good example is like in Path of Exile 2, whenever you kill a boss, the loot doesn't come out until the boss dies, and all of them have death animations. And I like it. I like the fact that you kill the boss, and then it does its death throws, then it explodes, and then the loot comes out, as opposed to it drops loot the second it dies. I prefer that. It makes it more dramatic. Okay, and now, greater teleport. Oh, I can't greater teleport people in town. Is anyone on Lamannia that can join a party with me so I can see what it looks like? Just like about to gripe about anything? I don't know. Maybe. I need somebody on Lamannia so they can come teleport with me. Are any of you guys on Lamannia? Animation takes longer than it did to kill the boss. It just means you need to turn up the difficulty. Gotta crank up that, get to a higher torment level right there. Who would have blamed to say PC space? Is not a very big game. But yeah, anyways, those are the cosmetics. We'll probably get new other cosmetics in the future. Again, going off Lord of the Rings Online, Lord of the Rings Online got their movement styles first, then we got them with the floaty style. Lord of the Rings Online got their teleport cosmetics, and now we are getting teleport cosmetics, so I wouldn't be surprised. That being said, this teleport cosmetic is infinitely better than anything Lotro has. This is the best teleport cosmetic I've ever seen, and it's great. Just like literally 10 out of 10. How is Firehouse Subs better than Subway? Dude, Firehouse Subs is so much better than Subway. And for the record, I do enjoy going to Subway. I don't dislike Subway, but Firehouse Subs is just infinitely better. The fact that they steam the bread and the bread is like tastier. There's like this like how to describe it? It's like sweeter, but it's not like artificially sweeter. And man, I'd eat a hook and ladder any day. Lord of the Rings got their price increases. Then yeah, probably. But that's probably going to be a price increase as well. It's garbage now, yeah. Pizza meatball and the barbecue brisket are really awesome. Also the steamer, yeah. Listen, when it comes to the Subway sandwiches, I don't really have much to complain about. Back in the day when I was much younger, I used to get a pizza sub, and I would wolf. Oh, I forgot about the wolf pet, dude. We have a wolf mount. Do you guys remember that there's a wolf mount in the game? Isn't that sick? I will be totally honest with you. When we first got mounts, I was like, this is what we're going to get. All horses all day. Just reskinned horses, and exclusively reskinned horses. Just nothing but horses. But now we've got a horse. We got flying carpet with a separate animation. We got dragons. We got the friggin' cloaker. Okay. We got the panther. We got the wolf. We got the big dragon. I don't have the raptors in my inventory, but we have raptors. And then we have the crow, or the corvids. And they all have different animations. Yes, some of them are based off the same model. Obviously, the crow uses the same model as or like frame as the raptors, but the actual animations, the way the tail moves and the head are completely different. The raptors do not do this at all. They don't move like this. Same thing with like the way it runs, where it kind of like dips its head. It's like the way it carries its head. The raptors move their heads way further down because they're dinosaurs, whereas the corvid doesn't because it's not a dinosaur. It's sick. Or just the fact that the wolf and the panther are this is the only wolf mount in the game. I'm in the wolf. It's a bug. Anyway, the wolf and the panther, there's one panther and one wolf, and they have completely different animation structures. You think they're the same. They're not. They're just different. Phoenix is on Lamb. Yes, if you have a character on Lamannia, that would be great. / invite Phoenix. You know, tie into the game, the horses can be earned. I agree. Oh yeah, and the storm cloud. Can you step into the I don't need to type it, you're in the chat, you're listening. Are you able to step in the Searing Heights with me? I just want to test the greater teleport animation to see what it looks like. Do I fall through the portal and then you can do whatever, or do you get the animation as well? Or will it even play? That's all. All right, so science time. Ooh, Skullhead. This armor set is so good. Oh my god, I'm so jealous I do not have this armor set. Oh, and the sword? Oh my, sorry. I have to appreciate the flex. Oh my. It looks so good, dude. Whew. Oh, and then you got this is the Eladrin Chaos Mancer, or not the Chaos Mancer. So you've got the wintry hair. I personally like the shield. This is the shield from Vect Unleashed, but it's not like the gold. The gold clashes. I don't know how you fix it. I guess it kind of matches the hilt, but I don't know how you match it. All right. Anyway, science time. We're going to the portable hole. So I jump in the hole. Weird. Isn't that weird? That's kind of weird. It's like you like fall in and then the menu comes up later. I think the menu needs to be sooner. There's for Bobby's style. What? There's no such thing. Okay, weird. Because like with the other ones it's instantaneous, but because it's to bring up the menu, they might need to tighten that up. Because, like, at least if I do this to myself... And then I teleport. Which, again, one of the sickest animations that... Like, this is how you sell people in an animation, dude. Alright, fine. Give me 20. Friends here. We'll try the Friends bracelet as well. Bracelet of Friends. Let me Bracelet of Friends. Okay, it just uses the custom summon animation, and then I'm assuming you don't do the thing. Yeah, you just teleport. So it doesn't use the special animation because you're summoning somebody. Okay, thank you for test. I was curious. Everyone thank Druid's Fire for helping us see that the greater teleport is weirdly janky. Someone died in giant caves? Yeah, this lives in my memory forever. And I love this teleport. Anyways, gotta go. See ya. Whoop. And you just fall in the hole. Oh, it's so good. Isn't that sick? Anyways. Sorry, I can't hold back my excitement. Anyway, here we go. I don't think there's anything else to look at Lamannia. I think that's basically everything. We tested the hireling and the new hirelings. We looked at Duergar, which I'm pretty happy about, and the new Duergar. I still think they need to go further with the DC thing, but hopefully there is more in the future. If this is the year of DCs getting fixed and we get a patch with some DCs and another patch with another DCs and another patch with another DC, you know what? Spellcasters are back next year, but not yet. And I personally like the teleport animation thing. Again, I really think they got to do the tease where they give one of these away for free somehow. So like they make a teleport, like a special custom animation that is available, not for free, but like put it in an easy access to place, or easy place to access. Sort of like the, what do you call them? In Feywild, how you can get the aura from doing the saga. They should do something like this. Didn't Talkman say it was going to be a process over several updates? Oh yeah, absolutely. But sometimes like priorities shift, where they start working on something and then something else becomes more important. So they have to start working on that other thing and things move around. So that's why I want to see it to the end. I don't see it either for the send off. I thought it was free fall backwards. Oh, you want to see it again, Julian? Here, I'll show you again. Then salute. Whee! It's gone. Isn't that great? Salute. Whee! And now you can see. Yeah. That's it. Well. Solo guided sorcerer? No. Oh yeah, so I forgot to upload that video over the weekend. Whoops. Or like set it online. I'll do that later. Oh god. That feels good. Anyways, I had a absurdly busy day today. So I think it's gonna be it for me today. Just a nice short Lamannia stream. Back to normal regular stream tomorrow, but today it's just short Lamannia stream. Also, this preparing never left my screen from the Greater Teleport. The Greater Teleport left this on my screen. So that's a bug. This is a bug. Great Teleport bug, I'll report that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be it. So I think I'm done for the day. Nice and short, simple. We looked at Lamannia, we determined that some of it is good and fun, and that's it. Thanks for stealing my 250k thousand flasks. Oh yes, also some of you got literally bankrupt by unfortunately thinking that the new Mycella would lose to the first pack in the chain or whatever in Chill Ravenloft. I thought it was also gonna die. I didn't expect them to give it 300 physical resistance rating. Of all the things I thought I would see, 300 PRR was not one of those things. That was not on my bingo card. So, listen, it is what it is. As they say, it is what it is. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff. It'll be a good time. But yeah, I got nothing else to talk about. I mean, I could go and do regular DDO stuff, but I had a long day and it's hot outside and I don't wanna. So Yusuka, are you streaming? Yeah, he's streaming. Well, you know what? We'll send over the love. I don't know what he's doing. June badge event? Town game? What's a June badge event? I can watch your stream, but like, are you able to type it into my chat? So that way so you can stop doing your stream and type it so that way I can understand it. There we go. He's doing it. Sub and get a special badge. Oh, is that a thing going on right now? You get a special badge if you sub right now in June? That's crazy. Why did I sub in May? Wait a minute. I subbed in May, and so therefore I don't get a sub badge now? Dude, I want a refund. I'm calling Jeff Bezos. I'm calling Jeff. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Resub? Yeah, that's a good idea. Daily sub rewards? Oh, is that what we're talking about, Firehouse? Yeah, I'd go for a daily Firehouse sub. That'd be pretty good. Okay, bye-bye. Now we raid. So everyone's there.
Man.
The dim glow of House
Hold
Dunrobar.
on.
There we go. Now I raided them. It's fun to spread the love. Anyway,
Right.
YouTube chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys.
Strime Tom.
Strime.
Oh
Strime
no!
Tom.
Somebody just.
No Strime Tom.
Somebody just.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It'll be a fantastic time. We'll be back tomorrow. So thank you for tuning in for the short Lamannia preview. Again, most of this was pointless, just like goofing around doing whatever. But I really wanted to look at some of the new stuff, and then I didn't want to stop streaming after like an hour of looking at only the basic changes. So I killed 2 hours throwing hirelings into legendary content, which is fun.
Let me
Good game.
What's going on?
Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye. Drive safe. Eat your vegetables.